Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Brought to you again tonight from Becker Field here at Reed Stadium. The Cats back at home again tonight. Boy, this has been one of those years where Wilmington has been at home almost every single week. Next week, the Cats will be on the road over in Braidwood to take on Reed Custer. But tonight, the Lisle Lions come to town to take on the Wilmington Wildcats in 2017's homecoming game here at Wilmington High School. So both teams out on the field warming up, getting set for football here tonight. And this should essentially be for the I-8 Small Division Conference Championship. These two teams come in, Wilmington at 4-1 on the year, and Lisle comes into tonight's game at 3-2. So it should be a nice game here tonight. Boy, it's cool weather. We're down into the 60s for kickoff here tonight, more like football weather here in Wilmington. So I'm sure everybody happy to see that after the 80-degree temperatures that were at game time last week. And I mean, it was humid and there was not a breeze all last week. But tonight there is a little bit of a breeze and it's cooled down quite a bit. So it feels more like football weather out there.
Oh, I wore my sweatshirt tonight and it feels good too.
Yeah, I can imagine. Although in the press box, it tends to be a little bit warmer, so it's not too bad in here tonight, but it's definitely cooled off.
How about this weather we've had this fall? It hasn't seemed like fall at all. It seemed like July.
All right, we'll take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll look at other results from last week, and we'll get you set for some games here tonight as well around the area. Our first break of the night. We'll come back here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Back here to Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, about 13 minutes away from opening kick tonight between Lisle and Wilmington. First things first, let's take a look at some of the results from last week. First of all, Wilmington a 47-6 winner over Seneca. The same Lisle Lions lost to Piatone last week, 27-7. Other Interstate 8 scores from around the area, it was Reed Custer 42, Westmont 8. That is the next opponent for Wilmington, by the way, is Reed Custer. Also, Mantino 28-0 over Plano. It was Herscher 30, Coal City 20. That was the game of the week last week. And Streeter a 21-12 winner over Sandwich. A few other games of note from last week. Immaculate Conception, no problems with Elgin St. Edward. They win that one 56-13. Bishop Mac 27, Leo 8. Watseka a 48-14 winner over Dwight. It was JCA 21, Woodstock Marion 13. Morris defeated Yorkville 13-0 last week. And Wilmington Fresh Soft was a 40-14 winner over Seneca. And that's most of the scores from around the area, and some interesting ones there.
I'm kind of interested in, well, the one with Braidwood coming out
Yeah, Westmont,
really won
42 to 8.
Westmont. I didn't think they had a hard time getting going this year. And, boy, last week they just took off and flew like wild men.
Yeah.
And that in Coal City. I was pulling for Coal City to have a close game with them, and they showed up pretty good.
All right, other games around the area tonight in the I-8. Braidwood at 1-4 will be at 3-2 Seneca. That can end up being a fairly decent game before the night's over. It's Peatone at 4-1 on the road at Westmont, who is 2-3. Herscher at 5-0 will be at Sandwich tonight. Sandwich at 1-4, but playing better than that 1-4 record would indicate. Lisle 3-2 tonight here at Wilmington at 4-1. Plano 1-4 on the year will be at Coal City, who is 4-1, and Streeter at 2-3 will be at Mantino, who is 3-2. Not a whole lot going on as far as great matchups here this week, and we'll see exactly how everything goes together for the I-8 here tonight. About 10:40 away from opening kick. And so we get set for football tonight. We got to take another break because we got to squeeze in the interview with Coach Raines, and that will be coming up here in just a moment. This pregame show is rushing by me.
Well, what do we do about halftime? Do we
bide
our time?
I'm not really sure. That could be forever, a halftime show. We'll figure that out when we get there, I guess. Let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll get to our interview with Coach Jeff Raines here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Welcome back here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. And Coach, a good week last week against Seneca, an opportunity to play a lot of different guys, especially in that second half. And not only that, your offense in the field a real short amount of time. Your defense got a lot of work. So
it really did, and I thought Barry called a great game. Our kids executed well. Our trio of backs back there, Dempsey, Lombardi, and Jonesy, all had great games, and that means our offensive line did a great job too. So offensively, I couldn't say enough. I thought defensively, for the most part, we were okay, but Seneca did drive the ball on us a couple times. I think I could have done a better job maybe getting some of our kids a break, especially because it was so warm. But we came back in at halftime, regrouped a little bit, and came out the second half. All the kids got time, and we were able to get a lot of kids in. So real positive night for us.
And defensively, too, I mean, there are a couple times you're out in the field 90% of the night, and it was hot.
Right.
There was a couple of times they got you a little bit, but some of that pass defense on Friday was outstanding.
Yeah, it was.
And your guys that are left out there on an island did a great job.
No, they did, and I thought Brock had a little trouble with one touchdown, but boy, he come back, knocked down 3 other balls, and then intercepted a ball. And so he's been playing really well for us. Lombardi, Dempsey, even Hopwood got in a little bit. Then the sophomore Rodewaldi, I thought he had another great night. So, we're playing good team defense right now. That starts up front with our front 7, but our secondary has definitely been a strength for us.
You get Lisle tonight in what is always a bizarre game, especially when you go up there. Luckily, it's down at your place, but that's always a weird game. And it seems like even when Lisle is having a not-so-great year, that they always give you a decent game. And this year, there's been some close games in there, and this effectively is for the I-8 small championship, and they'll be ready to play.
No, they will be, and I'm sure we'll get some surprises from Coach up there. And Lisle plays us every year. I mean, it's always a game, and like you said, and that's the way it should be. If it's for a conference championship, then it should be something else. So we were fortunate to beat Peatone. Peatone beats them. Now I'm sure they want to come back and get us. So there's a tie there for first place. But real happy with where we're at right now. Real happy injury-wise. I mean, we got a few kids out, but we did get some kids back, and so right now I think we're doing a nice job clicking on all cylinders.
You get that kind of fun week but dreaded week at the same time, which is homecoming. and the ability for kind of your guys to compartmentalize some things and stay focused for Friday night. Is that something you've been talking with them about this week?
Yeah, I mean, I want them to have fun with homecoming and that, but also realize we can't forget that there's a game Friday night, and it's been a really good week at school. I commend WHS for everything they're doing. We got a lot of people working to make homecoming week a great week, and the kids are having a great time. And but our kids know too that we have a big task at hand. So no better to have a great homecoming week, but to have a great football game on Friday night. And Lisle's going to come down and definitely give us that great challenge.
You know, from time to time we talk about other things going on in the I-8. That Coal City Herscher game on Friday night, I was kind of keeping an eye on that. We were doing scoring updates throughout the night, and those two teams going back and forth, and a real good battle. It seems like Herscher is locked and loaded and ready to go for the rest of the year.
They really are, and we knew coming in, we talked about it at the beginning of the season, you know, who I thought was going to be good in the large, and I just knew they had a lot of kids back, and now they, you know, Coach Wetzel there's put a lot of kids together and kept those kids together, and so they're clicking on all cylinders. Coal City's a very good team. Now they're a little younger, and so they got some great football ahead of them, but this year they're having a great season too. And you know, I think everybody, that was the main game last week, and I think Coal City and Herscher will both, you know, obviously be playoff teams, and I think both can do well in the playoffs.
And the I-8 again this year, from week to week, seems to be one of those weird things. I don't know what it is about this conference in general, but it seems like just when you think you have something figured out, everything just kind of gets turned upside down again.
That's high school kids, you know, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and so. That's why you play them, and you know there's no ever gimmies, and we were fortunate to be on the right side last week, but this will be a great game this weekend, and I've said this at the beginning of the season, and I say it right now, I think the I-8's going to put a lot of teams into the playoffs, and I think they're going to be battle tested and ready to go. So, and good for our conference. You know, I know there's a lot of talk that our conference breaking up or whatever's happening. If this by chance is the last year, boy, we're going to go out with a bang. So our teams are really doing well.
All right, lastly tonight, you briefly mentioned injuries, but where does that stand?
You know, we're all right. Glad we got Anders Alberg back last week, and first game back last week. He helps us a lot, and you know, we're still missing Sam Hafner and Cam Harbor. They're going to be out, and then you know, and our sophomore Cam Berman, he looks like he's going to be able to be at the game Friday from his broken leg, so he's going to return to school, and that's going to be a long process. But I'm glad to see him get back to school.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you again in the postgame.
All right, John. Sounds good, buddy.
That's Coach Jeff Briggs joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly. Brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. We'll take a break, come back with opening kick here tonight from Becker Field at Reed Stadium as we get set for Wilmington and Lisle here, homecoming 2017. Back in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
So we get set for football here tonight from Wilmington as the Cats back at home to take on the Lisle Lions. Lisle coming in at 3-2 on the year. Wilmington at 4-1. And essentially, this game is for the I-8 Small Division Championship. Barring some sort of really weird end to this year, this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, this is the two top teams in the lower division. So this is it right here. We can get this past this one, and Coach Reentz can probably chalk up another victory for another conference championship.
Well, I'm going to tell you something tonight. You know, we talked about last week the crowd being a little bit smaller. There is a massive crowd for 2017 homecoming. I mean, there are people everywhere. That's the most people I've seen in a run through here.
It's crowded out
other
there.
Than playoffs in quite a while.
They need to extend it. They got so many people on They can't get up to the place to run through.
I mean,
and we got our cannon back too.
Yep, the cannon's back out there. The Cats about ready to come down through the woods. As here come the motorcycles down, and they'll kind of line that entryway out into the end zone. And probably should have quite a few of them here tonight too, because it's still nice weather. Shockingly enough,
yeah,
a little cool tonight, but
beautiful football weather, just absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a
boy,
bunch
there
coming.
are a ton of motorcycles. I mean, they're still coming out.
They are.
This is probably the largest group.
Oh, they're still coming.
That I can remember.
I don't remember ever having this many. They're still coming out there.
They're still rolling down through into the end zone. As the clock continues to roll, we got to be like, I don't know, 25 or so of them.
Oh, yes.
Well, the Lisle Lions are choosing to turn their backs and not look at this. If I'm Lisle, why not? Might as well embrace the madness.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to me, that's pointless, pretending like you're not paying attention. That doesn't really do anything. But be that as it may, that's what the coaching staff has elected to do. So that's better than the group that has come out here and screamed at people at the 50-yard line and gotten destroyed about 5 minutes later. So, so here come the Cats down the hill through the motorcycles, all the way through the run-through, and they'll come out here to midfield as the sirens go off in the distance. There goes the cannon outside the end zone, and the Cats take the field as well, although the fireworks are a little bit late in getting started, but there they go. So fireworks going off in the distance too. We get set for football here tonight from Wilmington. Boy, what an entrance that is.
That's a lot of people.
Every bit of about 20 motorcycles, fireworks, there's a cannon going off. We got about 200 people lying in the middle of the field to get the Cats out here. There's fireworks still going off in the distance. By the way, they had something the other night on Comcast Sportsnet about best places in Illinois to watch a high school football game.
Oh, really?
Wilmington is on the list of 10, and then they were picking their top 5 on either side and making the list, but Wilmington was on there. So,
oh, it's a great place to watch a game.
So the Cats and Lions will take the field. If I'm a visiting team here, by the way, I do one of two things. Either I come out and run out at the same time that Wilmington does, which I think is the most effective thing to do. Just go out in the end zone and then run on the field when they do. Or you just stay off the field until all the madness happens and run off after Wilmington's gotten there.
I like coming out at the same time. You get part of the energy from it for yourself.
You get part of the madness. I think that's to pretend like it's not happening doesn't seem like that's particularly effective. But I do respect that a lot more than the teams that have come in here and tried to meet them at midfield and cause all sorts of issues and then promptly get
humble.
Yes, very quickly. So I do appreciate the fact that they're not causing any issues. And let's be real honest about this game tonight. Lisle has been a problem for Wilmington for years.
Oh, they will always have a tough game.
Even going back to the state championship year, Lisle was a problem. If you remember that game going into halftime, it was tight.
Those trips up there to the university where they play, those are taken sometimes in fear and trembling.
Well, let's see how this thing gets going tonight. Lisle in all white with blue numbers and that blue logo on the side of the helmet. Wilmington will be in purple helmets, purple jerseys with white pants and white letters and numbers. So Trey Shaw will tee it up at the 40, kicking off left to right as we sit inside the press box here tonight. As Shaw approaches and will kick it deep down to the 15-yard line. Taken there across the 20, out across the 30 to the 37-yard line. And Lisle will start their 1st and 10. That is Jared Hunter on the return for Lisle. And we'll see what Lisle does here right off the bat. Jay McGrath, a 6'1", 190-pound junior, will take over the duties here tonight for Lisle. His brother, I believe, is playing college football up at one of those UW schools somewhere.
Oh, okay.
UW Parkview or UW, one of those Wisconsin schools.
Maybe Platteville with it.
I can't remember exactly, but it's one of the UW campuses. Rolling right as McGrath fires incomplete. That pass was intended for Cameron Stitt out at the 47-yard line. Rodewald out there on coverage for Wilmington, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Lisle from their own 37-yard line.
He bought himself some time by rolling out to the right. Had plenty of time to throw the ball. Threw it just a little bit high. I thought maybe the receiver should have caught it, though.
So 2nd down and 10 for Lisle, again from the 37. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. McGrath out of the shotgun with 1 back to his right. He'll take the snap, drops back, fires left side. Intercepted at the 43-yard line. The pass bounced off the hands of the intended receiver, Cameron Stitt, and it's picked off. I think, was it Rodewald who ended up with it?
Yeah,
it is Rodewald. Well, that's big time for Wilmington here early, as that pass had a little bit of smoke on it, went right through the hands of Cameron Stitt and bounced right to Rodewald, who ended up picking off the pass. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 43-yard line of Lisle. 11:41 to go in the first. No score here so far, as Keaton Hopwood under center here, with Dempsey and Lombardi at wingbacks and Josh Jones at fullback. Clock starting to wind down, and immediately Wilmington uses a timeout. Good grief, the Cats haven't even run 1 offensive play. So Wilmington uses a timeout. 11:41 to go in the first. Let's take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Handoff goes to Dempsey off the left side, and Connor will pick up 6 yards or so. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for Wilmington.
Yeah, you can see him make that cut that time. He was going from left to right around behind the back of the line of scrimmage. And then you watched him take that quick side step off the right and shoot through the hole.
11:15 and counting here in quarter number 1. Again, Lombardi and Dempsey at wingbacks. Hopwood under center. Pitch back to Lombardi, and he will stretch it out near the 1st down marker. We'll pick up about 3 or so. Keaton Hopwood getting into it with Jared Hunter after that play is over. And that's not the most friendliest spot I've seen. Bring up 3rd down and a yard, and Hopwood going to keep it himself, and he should have the 1st down, depending once again, of course, on the spot.
Looked like he should have it by a good yard or more.
So up front for Wilmington, Jesse Cox, along with Devin Hicks on that offensive line. Van Dyne out there as well.
1st down, Wildcats.
Boy, they must have just made it.
Matt Baumeister also in there on the offensive line tonight for the Cats, trying to give most of those guys up front a little bit of a shout out as we go through things here tonight. Bring up 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 34. Handoff goes right side. Wow, now that's a tackle right there. That's an impressive tackle, as Matteo Lombardi doesn't go anywhere. In fact, wrapped up by Benjamin Lanning at 6'2", 185-pound senior. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. Bring up 2nd and 12 for Wilmington, back to the 35-yard line.
I think somebody missed the defensive tackle. Supposed to block him, and boy, when he got at the handoff, he met the tackler right on the spot.
By the way, how could I miss the one guy out there that I haven't said yet, and that's Blake Geist, the 6'3", 250-pound senior.
Oh, the little guy.
Hopwood drops back, fires far side, caught, and then immediately hits after a gain of about 6 or so. Make that 7 yards. Matteo Lombardi on the reception on the far side. Gets inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5 for Wilmington from that 29 of Lisle.
A little jump pass that time. We haven't seen that before.
So again, back to the double wing here. Josh Jones at fullback. And Hopwood will pitch it right side. Lombardi trying to get the corner inside the 30 and slip to the ground. Had the right idea, but slipped to the ground trying to get around the corner.
He actually lost a half a yard or so.
And it looks like maybe a shoulder issue for Cameron Stitt, who tried to make the play on the near side, and he can't even get off the field. His shoulder kind of hanging off on the left-hand side of his body. And
yeah, he actually wasn't he tried to make the play, but he wasn't close enough in to do it, and he went down in the turf by himself. Must have dislocated his shoulder. I don't know.
So it'll bring up 4th and 5 for Wilmington. And, of course, this is go-for-it territory. You can't really punt it from here, and you're not in field goal range quite yet. So we'll see what Wilmington comes up with on 4th down and 5. Of course, that's after Cameron Stitt gets taken care of on the far side of the field. But so far, we're getting from Lisle what you typically get from them. A relatively big defensive line. They'll play the run decently. They're not going to give up a lot. In fact, for Lisle out front, Zachary Zakuta, 5'10", 220 pounds. He's just a sophomore. Kevin Paz, a 5'11", 249-pound junior on that defensive line. They kind of anchor that. And Max Dittmer, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore, right in the middle of that defensive line.
Looks like the guy that was injured got his shoulder popped back in, went back over, and he looks like he's walking around okay.
And Charlie Wadlewski, 5'11", 205-pound junior defensive end. The handoff comes near side. Lombardi inside the 25. He's got the first down. Down near the 20-yard line, a gain of 8 yards and a Wilmington first down. I missed the beginning of that. Was that a double handoff, or was it just misdirection, or was that not run correctly? I'm not really sure what happened there.
First thing I noticed, there was about 3 or 4 blockers out front of him, and they were coming around this end.
They had 2 or 3 backs back there, all kind of
did.
going at each other, so I didn't know if maybe somebody went the wrong way or what, but it worked out. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 21 of Lisle. Back to the double wing again. Hopwood drops back to pass. Fires deep down the far sideline. It is incomplete. As
that could have been pass interference.
Was intended for, I believe that's Andrew Gramlich. And bring up 2nd down and 10. Some fans here wanting pass interference, which there was some contact out there. But
yeah, there definitely was contact. One thing that kind of caused them not to get it was the ball was thrown on the wrong side.
2nd down and 10 for Wilmington from the 21.
Might have been uncatchable as far as they were concerned.
Back to the double wing again. In motion is Dempsey. Gets the pitch left side, trying to get the corner. Cuts back. Now bounces it back to the outside. There's a flag down, though. And this will be down to about the 16, which if it stands would be a gain of 5. But there is a flag back at the 27, which I don't know how in the world there could be a flag at the 27-yard line when all the action was inside the 20. Hold on Wilmington, and they put the flag at
25.
They put the flag at the 25, which
and the whole play was in
shouldn't
front of it.
even be possible because the play was ran inside the 20. I mean, nope, unless somebody ran 7 yards back and was holding on a running play that was a sweep to the outside. That doesn't make any sense.
No, we'll have to chalk that one up to experience here.
All right, I'll bring up 2nd down and 24 for Wilmington here. Either way, the hold still brings it back, no matter if it's 17 or 24 or whatever. It's still 2nd and long. Hopwood out of the shotgun. Fires near side, incomplete. Even if that pass is complete to Lombardi, it's not really going to go anywhere.
No, it was going nowhere.
I mean, that's a long way to throw the ball to get about 2 yards. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 24.
It's one of those kinds that sometimes sets you up for a pickoff.
This is usually the area where you get a draw play or a screen pass or something like that. See what Barry Southall, the offensive coordinator for Wilmington, comes up with here. So 3rd down and 24 from the 35 of Lisle. Back to the double wing. Again, Dempsey and Lombardi, the wing backs. And the handoff underneath to Dempsey, trying to get the corner, and he'll get 5 or so, but that's it. Actually, about 4 yards for Dempsey. It'll bring up 4th down. And Wilmington, I believe, is going to go ahead and punt this.
They might have enough room to do it now.
Well, it's at the 31-yard line. It's 4th and 21 or so. But you really, I mean, going for it here isn't very realistic, but punting it doesn't seem like you're going to gain a whole lot unless you can somehow down it inside the 15.
That's the only thing you can do if they're going to punt it, and that's what it looks like they're going to do.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot of upside here unless they can just down the ball, which they did do last week, by the way. Grant Imhoff to punt it away. Good snap. The punt by Imhoff goes sideways, and this is going to net Wilmington about 6 yards as it's down at the 25-yard line. So a 6-yard punt, and Lisle will take over 1st and 10 on the 25. I mean, there's kind of a no-win there unless you just throw the ball up in the air on 4th and 21.
Yeah, that's about all you could do. There wasn't. It was a long ways to run the ball. You're never going to get that big a run usually.
And typically Grant is a pretty good punter. That one just kind of went sideways on him. Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 for Lisle. Handoff comes up the middle of the field. That wrapped up at the 30-yard line. Jared Hunter on the carry for Lisle. He'll get up a decent chunk of yards, give him 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Lions. Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And Lombardi, and I don't know who the other guy was in tackling him.
So the Lions 2nd down at 5 from the 30.
It's kind of a typical Lisle game, isn't it?
Yep, just kind of grinds and grinds. Out of the shotgun, 1 receiver to the far side. And this is Hunter again, going to get a yard, maybe 2. Good pursuit there from Wilmington defensively. Connor Dempsey tracks him down and drops him. I'll bring up 3rd and 3 after a gain of 2. This could be a pretty fast game here tonight because I think you're going to see a lot of runs from both of these teams.
Yeah, you're probably right. Not going to be a huge amount of points scored, I don't think.
1 receiver to the far side, back to basically shotgun double wing for Lisle. In motion is Stitt, and fumble on the play. It looked like it was supposed to be either a fake handoff, like a run-pass option, or a handoff, one or the other, and it just ended up on the ground. So a loss of 5. It'll bring up 4th down and 8 for Lisle.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be looked like a fake handoff, but the player actually hit the ball and knocked it out of his hands.
So Rodewald and Brock Bolzer back deep for Wilmington.
Tell you what, with this Lisle team, you'd like to see Wilmington take this ball and
wow, that's a high snap, but
march all the way down.
Cameron Stitt came down with it. Kick was high, and then it takes a huge Lisle roll as Rodewald didn't catch it. It'll go all the way inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's about, it's closing in on a 60-yard punt. It's good 55 yards or so on the punt.
Got about 25 or so on the bounce.
And especially, I mean, when you have 2 people back there to return a kick,
you gotta.
Somebody's got to go up and catch the football.
Yeah, he could have fair caught it really easy.
All right, 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 19-yard line. And I just lost my piece of pizza. Oh, well. First and 10, back to the double wing here. Handoff goes left side, and a big push will take it out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bring up second down, and we'll call it 8 after a gain of 2.
Do you know who ran it?
Connor Dempsey.
Connor.
A couple of yards.
Well, he was following Geis. Big guy would push the pack right on over. Gave him 2 yards.
Handoff comes right side this time. Not a whole lot there. Mateo's going to pick up 2 or 3 more. It'll bring up third down and 5.
Once again, Mateo went to cut and slipped again. He's done it twice now.
Well, sooner or later here, you'll get a few passes, and the way Barry has called stuff this year, you might get a screen pass here at some point. So 3rd and 5 for Wilmington from the 24 of the Wildcats. Back to the double wing again. Keaton Hopwood up under center. He'll take the snap, hands it off left side. Big hole up the middle. This is Connor Dempsey out across the 30 to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10 and a Wilmington first down.
Well, that was a nice hole, that offensive line now. Got in there and parted the waves for him, and he went right through.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 33-yard line. Down to 3:30 to go on the opening quarter. Again, Lombardi and Dempsey at wingbacks. Josh Jones at fullback. Hopwood under center. Handoff right side. This is Lombardi. He'll pick up a couple, but that's it.
It looks like the defensive line for a while was getting a good shove in, and they're back in the line of scrimmage up. By the time the handoff was made, the Lombardi and them are trying to cut in between tacklers to get out of there.
Gain of about 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. By the way, the photo on our page here
is that Lisle?
Is Wilmington and Lisle.
That's what I was wondering a while ago.
That's who it is. Good shot from Dennis Harding, by the way. Timeout to Lisle, and Dennis on vacation this week in New Orleans.
Oh.
So he is not here tonight, but that is some of his photography, I do believe, right there.
Oh, we got a timeout.
All right, we do. 2:48 to go in the first. No score. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
So Connor Dempsey with the carry off the left side. He'll pick up about 11 yards and a Wilmington first down, as that line just continues to get pushed back down the field the last couple of times, as Wilmington's offensive line doing a nice job on this drive. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 47.
2 of the last 3 plays from the line of scrimmage, the offense of Wilmington, their line has been able to open up some good holes.
All right, back to the double wing as Hopwood hands it off right side. This is Lombardi trying to pound ahead. He'll pick up a good 4 yards, and that will set Wilmington up with 2nd down and 6 as the Cats running off that right side. So bring up 2nd down and 6 here for Wilmington. Well, it's been one of those first quarters. The clock continues to roll. The Cats chewing up yardage on the ground, but
No score.
Nothing to show for it yet. Lisle has really shown nothing offensively. No danger there, but the defense has done a nice job. In fact, look at this. Almost 7 guys in the line of scrimmage here. Handoff goes left side. And again, a good chunk of yardage. A good 5 yards for Connor Dempsey before he's tackled out near the first down marker. Play made by Connor Negro, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. Bring up 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington from the 44 of Lisle.
Connor's had very good success running tonight.
And also, if you're Wilmington, you're fine with this.
Oh,
Chew
yes.
up some clock, get some points at the end of it.
Keep the ball out of their hands. You're doing exactly what you want to do.
Back to the double wing pitch to Dempsey. He's got a first down following his blockers, and he'll string it out to the 38-yard line of Lisle. Following behind a few guys off that left side, not the least of which was Devin Hicks and Josh Jones, his fullback. Be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 38 of Lisle.
What was that, gain about 5?
Yeah, 6 or so. Or was that the 40? Yeah, it was at the 44, so
6.
gain of 6.
And I noticed that Lombardi was preceding him through the hole, blocking for him.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 38. Handoff right side. Good move by Lombardi. Spins away inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line of Lisle.
Beautiful.
A gain of 13 yards and a Wilmington first down. Went off that right side, spun away from a tackler, made a couple of really nice moves, and then moved the pile forward at the end. And Wilmington moving the football on this drive.
He did that move of his, that 360 turn. When a guy gets over there close to him, he does that and flips him off of him and took a little dive to the right and carried him the rest of the way.
This will probably be the last play of the first quarter. Down to 10 seconds to go in this opening frame. Handoff left side. Dempsey, nice move back to the inside. And he'll string it inside 20 to the 19. A gain of 6 yards on that run for Connor. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the 19-yard line of Lisle when we come back. End of quarter number 1. No score between Wilmington and Lisle. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
As we move to quarter number 2, no score between Wilmington and Lisle. However, the Wildcats are on the move. As a matter of fact, they are now into the red zone at the Lisle 19-yard line. Wilmington will have it 2nd down and 4 out of the double wing. Again, Lombardi and Dempsey, handoff left side. Dempsey, huge hole up the middle. He gets inside the 15, now near the 10. And that will be enough for another Wilmington first down, a gain of 9 yards. And it will set up 1st and, I believe, goal from right at the 10-yard line.
First down, Wildcats.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 10-yard line of Lisle. Again, back to the double wing. Lombardi and Dempsey. Handoff Lombardi right side, dragging tacklers with him. Down to the 7-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from there.
Bring up 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
I think if Hopwood keeps that ball one of these times and rolls on out here, he can waltz right on into that end zone.
You're probably right, because they're really crashing everybody down. If you look at that Lisle defensive line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 up on the defensive line, and now they bring up a 7th. Handoff left side, Dempsey inside the 5, still churning ahead. And down to the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from there. I'll tell you something, Lyle's not going to give this up easily. They're going to make you work for every yard. It'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and goal from the 4. As we roll up on 10.5 to go in our first half of play. Oh, and if you're Wilmington, if you don't make it here, do you kick the field goal? I mean, that's been shaky.
I don't know. I think early in the game.
Well, now I formation for the Cats. Josh Jones at fullback. Connor Dempsey at tailback. Handoff right side. Dempsey's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, that's unbelievable. As Barry Southall goes to I formation at 3rd and goal from the 4. Josh Jones blew open a huge hole on the right-hand side. And the touchdown for Wilmington makes it 6-0.
We've cried to see that before when they get down close to the end zone, put that I formation in, the power I. And nobody's proven they can stop it yet on a consistent basis.
Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point. Josh Jones to snap. And John Golson to hold. The kick here is good inside that right upright. And Wilmington leads at 7-0, 10:15 to go in the opening half. We'll take a break, come back with more Wildcats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Trey Shaw will tee it up at the 40-yard line, get set to kick it off right to left here as Lisle set up for the return back at their own 15-yard line. That's Caleb Carter back there, along with Jared Hunter. So Shaw kicking off here right to left with Wilmington up 7-0. 10:15 to go in the half. This kick taken at the 30, across the 35, and out near the 40-yard line. So decent field position for Lisle here to start their first drive of the second quarter. Well, Lisle has had some difficulties moving the football. They tried to throw it a couple of times and ended up with an interception and just haven't consistently moved the football. Back to the shotgun double wing for the Lions with one receiver to the near side, and this snap doesn't even get back to the quarterback. Nice job by the running back. That's Jared Hunter back there to fall on it, and it didn't even come close to getting to McGrath.
That thing just looks, it's like it never got off the ground ever.
So I'll bring up second down and 13. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near. McGrath out of the shotgun with Hunter to his right. Second and 13 from the 37-yard line. McGrath's pass is caught out at the 42 for a gain of 5. As that pass caught by Cameron Stitt. Jacob Rodewald on the tackle for Wilmington will bring up third down and 8 for Lisle from their own 42-yard line.
Both the other passes that he threw, neither one were caught, but both of them I think should have been caught. The second one bounced off the hands of the receiver right into the Wilmington Wildcats. I think it was Mateo.
So 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Again, out of the shotgun is McGrath on 3rd and 8. Pressure, gets away from that, fires deep down the middle of the field, and that is incomplete, and it should have been offensive pass interference on top of that, but that pass dropped at the 10-yard line. Rodewald back there on coverage, and there was for sure a little push-off there.
Push off, and the pass, I might say, went a long ways in the air, and it was right in his hands.
It's a beautiful throw
by
McGrath. Bring up 4.
He can put the ball down the field.
A decent route by Logan Matoyer, and I won't fault him at all for trying to get a little bit of separation. And Lisle needing a timeout here for Matoyer to actually tie a shoe, but they finally got that underway, and now Wilmington with 2 guys back to return this punt. Decent snap and a beautiful kick. Back to the 28, and it's dropped. And this is going to be a turnover. And Lisle comes up with the football. Fumble recovered. I want to say it must have been Jared Hunter. I thought it was number 7, but I don't have a 7 in this book. And that could be a huge moment in this game for Lisle.
Boy, that's on the 25, 27-yard line. Woo.
The punt return game tonight has not done Wilmington any favors, that's for sure. 1st and 10 for Lisle from the 27 of Wilmington. And the handoff, Hunter left side, has a nice hole and gets stood up after a gain of about 6 or so.
Several Wildcat defenders in on the play. Along with Andrew Gramlich and Josh Jones.
Bring up 2nd and 4. Well, you got to stay away from big mistakes, that's for sure.
Yeah, you play a team like Lisle, you can't make mistakes. Not that kind of stuff.
2nd and 4 for Lisle from the 22 of Wilmington. Again, double wing shotgun formation with McGrath back there. He will hand it off left side. Decent hole for Logan Matoyer, and he will be out near a 1st down. Picks up a good 4 yards. Bring up 3rd and short for the Lions. Well, and for Wilmington, I guess they give him the 1st down.
Oh.
So, gain of 4 and a 1st down for Lisle down to the 17-yard line of Wilmington. And the thing for the Cats is Lisle was going nowhere until that fumble.
Now all once they're getting excited, adrenaline is flowing, and boy, they're pressing the issue now.
1 receiver to the near side. Handoff goes right side to Matoyer, and there's not a whole lot there. Maybe a couple of yards as Wilmington trying to stack it up, and they do. As Mason Van Dyne ends up making the tackle. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Sure to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Ricchetti's over there in downtown Coal City has specials every day of the week. We'll have your first half stats and also our first check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll do all that at halftime here in 7 minutes. So handoff goes left side, Matoyer again, and again, not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard if they're being generous. Blake Geis will make the tackle for Wilmington.
They've been pretty generous lately. I don't know, he didn't move it.
Basically no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. As Wilmington's defense looking for a big stop
they need
here in this first
here.
half.
They need to pick up the fumble and establish their control of the game again.
3rd down and 8 for Lisle. 1 receiver to the near side. Out of the gun is Jay McGrath. As he'll drop back to pass. Fires it left side. Caught, but very minimal yardage. Pass caught by Nick Martich. Matteo Lombardi makes the stop. It'll bring up 4th down and 5 for Lisle here. And we'll see what they have in the playbook for 4th and medium range. Not a whole lot of time left in this first half either.
No, we run it right down. This is a fast-moving clock. It's all a running game, it seems like.
Shotgun here, one receiver to the near side. Again, double wing set for Lisle. Rolling right side, McGrath fires, caught, touchdown Lions. Boy, that's a nice pass play, caught by Demetrius Kelly, 5'8", 140-pound junior on the touchdown reception. And that makes it Wilmington 7, Lisle 6. And that turnover is huge.
Sure is. Like we said, you can't do that against a team like Lisle.
So McGrath not only throws the touchdown pass, he'll also get set to kick the extra point. Out of the hold of Logan Matoyer.
Kind of reminds you of his brother, doesn't it?
Yep, he did pretty much everything too. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is no good, wide left. So Wilmington keeps the lead 7-6 with 6:16 to go in the first half. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Kick here, bounces down to the Wilmington 20, and this is on the ground, picked up at the last second, and then going back to the 18-yard line on the return is Brock Bolzer. My goodness, the special teams for Wilmington tonight has been, interesting at best.
That was almost another catastrophe. He barely got back to get that ball. That was a eligible ball to be taken.
Well, Wilmington needs another time-consuming drive that ends in some points. Get back some of this momentum before the end of the first half. Of course, you'll take points even if it's right away, but it'd be nice to churn up some clock and get a score. Back to the double wing again. Handoff comes left side to Dempsey, and there's just nothing there. I mean, about every Lisle defender known to man was in on that stop. They'll bring up second down and 11 for Wilmington. Boy, it's just like everything was flowing well for Wilmington until that fumble on the punt, and then it's just like it went to a screeching halt.
Hey, you pumped all the air out of Wilmington and pumped up Lisle.
Handoff goes to Josh Jones. That's going to go nowhere. And the fullback got maybe a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 9.
A little surprised at that play call, but we'll see what he pulls out of his hat now.
Down to 5 minutes to go in the half. And like we anticipated, a low-scoring game and another tight game between Wilmington and Lisle. And that seems to be
that's what
the way things work.
So they get those big guys up front, and they play you tough and just stay in the game.
Shotgun formation, Keaton Hopple with 2 receivers to the left. Throws it back to the right, and this is picked off down to the 10-yard line. And, I mean, you could see that one coming for a while. Logan Matoyer on the interception.
That was so obvious it was silly.
And, yeah, that was – you could just kind of – that was one of those plays you could just read as it was developing that it wasn't going to end well. Wilmington showed 2 receivers to the far side and tried to come back to the near, and Keaton just lofted the ball out there, and there was a defender waiting for it. 1st and 10 for Lisle, all the way down at the Wilmington 11. Handoff comes right side. Good chunk of yards on 1st down. That's Jared Hunter on the carry. He'll pick up 5, bring up 2nd down and 5 for Lisle.
It's like you put new energy inside of Lisle. They're blocking with a fierceness now that they never had earlier in the game. 2 turnovers by Wilmington has just given them their lease on life, a new lease on life.
Well, Lisle knocking on the door again, courtesy of a couple of Wilmington turnovers. Shotgun formation for McGrath out of basically their version of the double wing with Hunter to his left and 1 receiver to the far side. Handoff goes to Hunter. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I don't think he quite has it, though. Give him a good 3 yards. Bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Lions.
Yeah, they can get a 1st down, what, in the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I guess just outside the 1.
It's about 1.5, maybe.
So 3rd down and 2 for Lisle. Again, 1 receiver to the near side now. McGrath out of the gun with Hunter to his right. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Hunter, and this is going to be a touchdown. He pushes right through everybody and into the end zone, and Lisle has the lead at 12-7. Well, Wilmington is just self-destructed toward the end of the 1st half here, but there's still enough time for the Cats to right the ship a little bit and try to get this thing pointed in the right direction.
Well, you cannot turn balls over inside the 20. I mean, you just can't do that and win games.
So timeout here to Lisle as the Lions burn a timeout with 3:25 to go in the half. 12-7 the lead for the Lions. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
Well, Lisle goes to a crazy formation, and they are not going to get the 2-point conversion. They tried to go Wildcat formation at the last second with Cameron Stitt. They had Jay McGrath lined up in shotgun, then moved him out at the last second, and then all of a sudden could not get the 2-point conversion. So it will remain, I got the score backwards here on page. It should be, bear with me just a second here. It's going to be 12-7, the lead for Lisle, not the other way around here in quarter number 2. One thing for Wilmington, there's still plenty of time left on that clock, but the Cats have to stop turning the ball over.
Yeah, they've been their own worst enemy. They have literally given the game to Lisle.
Now you have to wonder, is Keaton Hopwood the quarterback? Now that Wilmington's playing from behind, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the coaches do and how they right the ship and get it going again.
Well, Lisle will tee it up at the 40. Boy, are they excited. Lions have a lead here at Wilmington. And they should be excited. They've played a good first half of football.
They haven't made the errors.
And there's a line drive kick and a nice one all the way back to the 11-yard line. Bolzer with it across the 20. And this is going to come back out near the 30-yard line. And
there's that flag again.
A flag down at the 24.
Tell you what, Wilmington is just shooting themselves in the foot time and again.
Well, Hopwood will go back out there and start another series at quarterback here, and it looks like an injury for the Cats, as trying to get off the field is Matt Baumeister, the 6'1", 205-pound lineman, and that does not look like a good injury either, because he's needing all kinds of help to get off the field. And that's one thing Wilmington can't afford. It's offensive and defensive line injuries.
Well, look where they're at again. Only 15-yard line again.
And once again, Wilmington starts deep in its own territory, and they'll go into I formation now. Hopwood under center, Jones at fullback, Dempsey at tailback. And off the left side it goes for the gain of maybe a yard, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 as Anders Almberg checks in for the Cats. Sure to stick around for our halftime show. Brought to you by Chetty's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in downtown Coal City, where they have specials every single day of the week. We'll check your first half stats. We'll have to check the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates as well. Come up in here in just a couple of minutes for our halftime show. Pitch comes near side, out across the 15 to near the 20. And that's Connor Dempsey with about 4 more yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington.
Not getting those big openings anymore.
Well, and the thing for Lisle is they're not scared of the pass at all, so they're just throwing everybody up there.
And they're playing with an excitement. They're filling up those holes quick instead of being blasted off the line of scrimmage.
And they're basically playing 6, 7 guys up in that box, and almost 8 now. Hopwood drops back to pass, fires right side. That is caught by Lombardi. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle across the 30, and gets spun to the ground. There's a flag down late, too. This would have been a gain of 11 or so. We'll see what the flag actually is. It was really late in the play, right towards the end of the tackle.
Like it was almost a late hit or something.
Yeah, or face mask or something.
A face mask, yeah.
Well, we'll see. It is a dead ball personal foul against Lisle. So
now they've shot themselves in the foot a little bit.
That was a gain of 11 to the 31, 32-yard line, and tack on 15 more yards. And this will take it all the way out to the 46-yard line, and now Wilmington in business a little bit.
Now you're 3rd down and something from the 15. Now you're 1st down at the 46.
First and 10, Wilmington from their own 46-yard line. I formation again for the Cats with Josh Jones at fullback and Dempsey at tailback. Hopwood drops back to pass, rolls left side, trying to scramble away, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 35-yard line.
No, not a good decision.
And if you're Wilmington, you can't afford to give up a sack and a loss of 21 yards with under 2 minutes to go in the half, because now it's going to be 2nd down and 21 or so, and Barry Southall not too happy with the receivers there either for Wilmington, who just kept going downfield instead of coming back a little bit. And now Wilmington will just have to run clock.
This is where we were talking about before. Early game this year, he's going to have to learn to throw that ball away. But
yeah, and still keep in mind he's a very young quarterback.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. Pitch goes right side. Dempsey across the 35, and there's another flag down. And Wilmington just can't get out of its own way. see what this flag is for, but more than likely it's the neighborhood of holding, and it is. So back Wilmington up even farther. Well, now it goes to third, and, well, it depends on where they mark this off from, I guess. They're going to decline it, and it will bring up third down and, well, I guess 17 or so.
Oh.
And we're waiting for the referee to whistle this in. Now they'll wind the clock on third down and 18. And if you're Wilmington, I wouldn't be in any hurry to get this play off either. Handoff underneath. And this is, I believe, Lombardi who strings it out for about 7 yards and a timeout to Lisle with 25 seconds to go in the half. And now Wilmington will get set to punt it away.
Would you really want to have timeout and bring that ball back to you with 20 seconds left?
Sure, why not? What if he shanks the punt, or you block it, or return it for a touchdown, or
I guess
any number of things could happen here. Now, I don't know if none of that happens. I don't think I'd do much with it. I'd just take a knee, but sure, they could snap it over his head, or you could block the punt, or you could return one. There's a lot of stuff that could happen here.
Well, that's true.
And again, I don't think I'd go much deeper than that. But the Wildcats and this coaching staff are going to have some work to do at halftime.
This has not been a very good half for the Wildcats.
There's been a lot of penalties. There's been some bad turnovers. It's just, yeah, it's not been a real good first half of football. That's just being honest about the whole situation. So 4th down and 12 for Wilmington here as they'll get set to punt it away. Caleb Carter and Logan Matoyer back deep. Good snap here, and the kick is a decent one as well. Taken across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And Lisle will have it there 1st and 10 with 18 seconds to go in the half. If I'm the Lions, I might run a draw or something here and see what you got, but I wouldn't take too many chances, I don't think. Especially with the lead. You want to go into halftime with that lead. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 37 of Lisle. One receiver to the far side, and now up, or in the shotgun, is Jay McGrath out of this basic double wing kind of set. McGrath rolls left side, looking downfield, fires it deep down the sideline. That's incomplete. As
Boy.
Out there was Brock Bolzer on coverage, and Bolzer actually went to the ground as Demetrius Kelly made a move to the inside and then shot up the outside on a little kind of double move, and he left Bolzer on the ground. But the problem was McGrath just launched the ball too far downfield.
Yeah, he was wide open. He had a couple steps in the nearest guy. He showed good speed, the receiver. Very good speed.
Well, 2nd down and 10 as Lisle just taking some shots here. As McGrath out of the gun will hand it off up the middle. Big hole inside the 40 down to the Wilmington 35-yard line. A gain of 29 or so on that run by Jared Hunter with 4.7 seconds left. Lisle is out of timeouts. They're going to try to hurry up to the line and down the football here. And they will do that. So with 3.4 seconds left in the half, the Lions are going to have another shot at this. And if there's one thing, I think Jay McGrath can throw this ball in the end zone from here, no doubt. I think he's got plenty of arm strength to do that.
He does. He can put it out the back of the end zone just about from there.
So Keaton Hopwood goes in to play a defensive back, and they're getting a defensive lineman back off the field. So shotgun formation from McGrath. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 back to the near from the Wilmington 34-yard line. Pass down the near sideline, incomplete.
Whoa.
He had a receiver, but overshot him. And that will do it for the half. Lisle leads it 12-7 over Wilmington at the end of the first half of play. Here for homecoming 2017, the Wildcats have some work to do during this halftime, that's for sure. Welcome into our halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Ricchetti's over there in downtown Coal City where they have daily specials each and every day of the week. And a big thank you to them for sponsoring our halftime show here this year. So we've got your first half stats. We will also have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. That's coming up here in a little bit as well. And we have a ridiculously long halftime show because it is homecoming 2017, so this is going to take a while. And we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll get all that started with the first half stats in a moment. This is a Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show as Lisle leads at 12-7 at the half here over Wilmington.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials too online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Back here in the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria as Lisle leads at 12-7 over Wilmington at the half. Make sure to stop by Ricchetti's over there in downtown Coal City. They have daily specials all week long. A big thank you to them for sponsoring our halftime show here tonight. Well, first half totals. First of all, for the visiting Lisle Lions, rushing the football, Jay McGrath, 1 carry for -5 yards. Jared Hunter, 7 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Logan Matoyer, 3 carries for 6 yards. Lisle, 11 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown through the air. Jay McGrath is 3 of 8 for 20 yards and a touchdown. 1 5-yard pass caught by Cameron Stitt, an 4-yard reception by Nick Martich, and an 11-yard touchdown reception caught by Demetrius Kelly. 54 yards on the ground, 20 yards in the air, just 74 yards of offense for Lisle. But a couple of touchdowns, and they've really capitalized off some Wilmington turnovers, although Lisle had a turnover of their own and an interception thrown in that first half. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 2 carries for negative 20 yards. Connor Dempsey, 14 rushes, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Matteo Lombardi, 10 rushes for 40 yards. Wilmington on the night, 27 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Keaton Hopwood through the air is 2 of 5 for 17 yards and an interception. Matteo Lombardi caught both passes for 17 yards. 95 yards on the ground, 17 in the air. 112 yards of total offense for Wilmington. You want to talk about no offense in a football game? 112 yards for Wilmington and 74 for Lisle.
Yeah, Wilmington turned the ball right over in front of their own goal line twice, gave up 2 touchdowns. 2 biggest plays that Lisle had nothing to do with the touchdowns. 29-yard run there in that last possession. Got him down the field a good ways, didn't get him anything out of it. And 1 good pass play.
You want to talk about a defensive-minded game. This game's been right down that alley. There's been almost no offense. And at the half, Lisle leads it 12-7 over Wilmington. Take a break. We'll come back, and we'll talk about the IHSA football scoreboard. We'll have the first check of that brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. We will do that in just a moment. You're listening to the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. And the Lions lead at 12-7. We'll be back with that scoreboard check here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred, and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk, Allred, and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk, Allred, and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk, Allred, and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk, Allred, and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's Q-U-I-G tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Back here on the halftime show, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in downtown Coal City. Big thank you to them for sponsoring each and every halftime show this year. We have reached that time of the night when we check the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Odekirk Allred and Associates with offices in Joliet and now a new office in Wilmington as well. So that's a football scoreboard tonight. First of all, in the Interstate 8, Peatone blowing out Westmont. That score now 21-0. Manteno up on Streeter, 14-0 tonight. It's Coal City 7, Plano 0. That's early in that one. Herscher leads Sandwich 22-14 in a game that I'm sure is much closer than a lot of people anticipated. The problem with that is Sandwich, even though they are 1-4, has played pretty tight games to this point. So
yeah, they've had a very, very respectable season. They come out in the short end of a lot of games, but they played them tough.
Morris, by the way, leads the Barbs of DeKalb 10-3 in the first half of that game.
One of our favorite mascots, the Barbs.
And Morris on the board and ahead here tonight again. I think they're already 5-0, looking to be 6-0. And I wanted to make sure I got all the I-8 scores in here. I think I did. Once again, Peatone 21-0 over Westmont. Manteno 14, Streeter 0, Coal City 7-0 over Plano. It's Herscher 22, Sandwich 14. Well, let's go to the outlier schools. A bunch of other stuff going on here tonight.
Oh,
and since we have, I don't know, half the night yet to wait for homecoming, let's just go ahead and cover the rest of these scores. Bolingbrook 42, Lockport 0. It's Nazareth blowing out Joliet Catholic. I don't know what's happened to that football program, but Nazareth 28-0 over the Hilltoppers so far tonight. Plainfield Central 10, Joliet West 7. It's Lincoln Way East 14, Homewood Flossmoor 0. Sandburg 6, Lincoln Way West 6. It's Minooka 31-0 over Romeoville. Romeoville still has not managed to put anything together football-wise. Plainfield South 14, Plainfield East 0. It's Lincoln Way Central 22-0 over Stagg. Providence blowing out Chicago Hope Academy 35-8. It's Plainfield North 42-0 over Joliet Central. Wheaton Warrenville South 10-7 over Wabansie Valley. It's Lake Park 21, Mateo Valley 0. Naperville North trails Neuqua Valley 10-6 in the first half there. All right, let's see what other random scores we've got here. It's Huntley 14, West Aurora 7. South Elgin 34-0 over West Chicago. Immaculate Conception, by the way, leads Riverside Brookfield 31-0. Riverside Brookfield is that gigantic school right up there by Brookfield Zoo. They gotta be 7A or something. They're blowing them out tonight. And by the way, that's a future 3A playoff opponent. So there you go. Glenbard South 6, Wheaton Academy 0. It's Dwight 36-0 over South Newton. St. Ignatius a 10-3 lead on St. Francis. It's Bishop McNamara 28, Aurora Central 15. Glenbard West 7-3 over Lyons. Hinsdale South 21-6 over Proviso East. Leiden a 7-0 lead over Addison Trail. It's Hinsdale Central 14, Proviso West 0. Willowbrook leads York 21-7. Marion a 7-0 lead over Bennett. And Bradley Bourbonnais trails someone 34-7. Not really, not particularly. That might be Naperville Central. Okay, no, all right. Well, I'm not really sure then. But Bradley Bourbonnais is losing, no matter how you slice it. One more check of the I-8 scores. Peatone 21, Westmont 0. Manteno 14, Streeter 0. Coal City 7-0 over Plano. Herscher 22, Sandwich 14. And the other score from the area, Morris, a 10-3 lead over DeKalb.
No real surprises in it, though.
No, there's not really a lot of big games tonight for that matter. quick update. Piatone now leads Westmont 28-0, and Mantino now 28-0 over Streeter. That's kind of where we stand there. So, okay, well, it is homecoming 2017. They put 20 minutes on the clock. It's really going to be more like 25 by the time they get the team back out here. So that's a really long halftime, which is fine. I mean, we can handle it just fine, but it tends to be a long night, and particularly for those players who then sit for a half hour and then come back out to play some more football. That's a long break.
Yeah, it is.
So
you get those muscles cooled down, and sometimes you can have pulled muscles and all. I don't want to do that.
All right, at the half, it's Lisle 12, Wilmington 7. We'll see what kind of changes that the Wildcats make at the half. We'll take a break right now. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half of play. We got plenty of time to do that. We'll do that in just a moment. You're listening to the Halftime Show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Back with more in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow, and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school, and sports, and clubs, and so much stuff.
I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and SAMHSA.
12-7 is the lead for Lisle here over Wilmington as we are at the half in the middle of the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show. The second half is going to be another 4 or 5 minutes away yet, as it's been homecoming. Of course, they had announced the whole court. They had the band out there. We had the color guard, spirit line, everybody. So we're at the point tonight where they've got all of them off the field and homecoming is done, but now we're waiting for Wilmington to come back out. So
I'm going to be interested in seeing what Coach Reentz does at halftime, switch this around. Basically, their offense and the defense was fine until they started making the mistakes.
Yeah, I really think, I think you take away those 2 turnovers in the first half, Wilmington has this game in control, but the problem is you have the 2 turnovers.
Yeah, that's what you can't afford.
That's how a team like Lisle comes in here and gets a win, because we already know they're tough enough, big enough, and have enough firepower that they can do something if you let them hang around. And so far they are doing just that. By the way, huge crowd tonight here in Wilmington for this homecoming game. Of course, part of that is they know Lisle's coming to town. That's usually a pretty good game.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a bunch of people out here tonight, but it is a beautiful night for football. I mean, this is perfect football weather. A little bit of a breeze, temperature in the low 60s, probably bottom out in the upper 50s somewhere tonight. So it's a good night for that. The problem is Wilmington keeps turning the ball over, and it's.
And this is, you're talking about the possibility of conference championship on the line here. If you don't win this one, you're going to be hard-pressed to come through with the conference championship.
If you don't win this one, you're probably not winning a conference championship. Although, I guess you could, well.
If Lisle lost another game
yeah, I mean, it's still possible, but it would be a very large uphill battle. Well, the real interesting thing to me for Wilmington is, do you stay status quo with Keaton Hopwood under center, or do you go to Connor Dempsey and see what happens there? We saw what happened over at Piatone.
Well, they blew Piatone out in that second half.
I mean,
shocked me.
Do you go ahead and let Hopwood start the second half and see what happens through the first drive or so before you go there? I'm not really sure.
And how about who's our lineman? Was it number 63 that was hurt?
It was 63. Yeah. He is now on crutches, I do believe, on the near side.
Yes, he is.
And that is not a good sign for Wilmington.
Well, we depend on those offensive linemen a lot for Wilmington. If you lose one of those starters, that's not good.
Matt Baumeister, a 6'1", 205-pound senior that looks not only to be done for the night, but that might be some bad news going forward here.
It's either precautionary for tonight or it's bad news for the future.
He got his foot all wrapped up too, so we'll see. We never want to speculate, and we'll just kind of wait for that to kind of
maybe it's an ankle,
take its due course. All right, we're about set for the start of second half of football here. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll see if Wilmington can right the ship a little bit and get some points on the board. And this has been the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show. Back with the start of your second half in just 1 minute here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's.
12-7 is the lead for Lisle here at the start of quarter number 3. That was a long halftime. I mean, that was, even by homecoming standards, that's a long halftime. We're pushing about 25 minutes for halftime here tonight, but all those festivities have to be done, and maybe that gives Wilmington a much-needed extra time to add some changes into this lineup. I don't know. So Rodewald back deep along with Brock Bolzer back at the 15-yard line of Wilmington.
Remember that one kickoff? Rodewald let that bounce past him, and they come by and get the last second. Almost had another turnover.
Jay McGrath approaches and will kick it far side, taken at the 20-yard line. This is Bolzer across the 30. Brock to the 40. Bolzer across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And Wilmington will have the ball there, 1st and 10, just underway here in quarter 3. Well, Keaton Hopwood will stay under center to get this second half started here. As it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 43. So double wing for Wilmington, Lombardi and Dempsey, the wingbacks. Josh Jones and fullback again. Pitch comes near side. Dempsey out to the 45, and that's it. A gain of a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Wilmington. Good job by Lisle's defensive line of chopping that down.
Well, nothing open there. Like you said, they're pulling up. They're getting like 7 guys in the line of scrimmage. And there's no holes. One thing about it, though, if you ever break through, you run for a year.
2nd down and 8. Pitch over to Lombardi across the 45 to midfield. Lombardi down to the 49-yard line of Lisle. As he will pick up 6 more yards for Wilmington. Bring up 3rd down and a couple for the Cats. 3rd and 2 from the 49 of Lisle. And the thing is for Wilmington, if you get a yard or so here, do you go for it on 4th?
Oh, boy.
I'd be willing to roll that dice, I do believe.
I think I might be willing to do that, too.
3rd down and 2 again, back to the double wing. Hopwood under center. Pitch comes left side. This is Dempsey, I believe. He'll have a 1st down after a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a tough run, too.
Dempsey picks up a Wildcat 1st down.
So the Cats will have it
Good
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Lisle.
Good tough running inside there. It's looking like the old Wilmington Wildcats again now. They were running it the first half until they turned over the ball twice, and then they lost confidence, and Lisle had it.
And now it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 47 of Lisle. Back to the double wing again in motion. Dempsey gets the pitch left side. Inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. As Dempsey will pick up a good 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7 for Wilmington. As Lisle just kind of throwing bodies at everybody.
Yeah, they're throwing stuff at every hole. So you have nowhere to run it.
So bring up 2nd down and a long 7 for Wilmington. Under 10 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Tell you what, I think if you had that Dempsey back in the quarterback and had him where he went the opposite direction a lot of times like he did before, well, that might open up a whole bunch.
Back to the double wing. Pitch Dempsey left side again. As he'll get a yard or 2. And Wilmington just going over and over and over again with Dempsey off the left side, but not a whole lot there. Just 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
And it's so the holes are so slow developing because of all it's jammed up. The tackle is actually being made from the defensive end on the opposite side of the defensive linebacker. On the opposite side is coming in behind the run and tackling from behind.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Wilmington from the 41 of Lisle. Underneath, Dempsey again. He'll get maybe 3 yards.
Here's your call.
And he'll bring up 4th down and 2 and almost 3. I don't really know. I mean, I guess you could go for it here, but it's definitely on the fringe of going for it, particularly because this offense has not really moved the ball at will, and now Wilmington's going to punt it away.
This is how unsure Wilmington is tonight. Lisle is really taking a lot out of them. They don't have the confidence to go for it.
Well, 4th down and 3, a short 3 here.
And I can't say that I blame them. Lisle's played a good game.
So Jones with a good snap. The kick here from Imhoff is a high punt. Good kick. Taken at the 15-yard line. by Caleb Carter for the Lions. Well, now Wilmington needs to do something defensively. The offense comes up short, and the Cats defense looking to make something happen.
Tell you what, every one of those possessions eats up a good portion of that clock in this kind of game. You can't do that very many times and not get something.
One receiver split out to the far side. Again, basically Lisle's version of the double wing with McGrath out of the shotgun. Hands it off left side, and a nice run off that side. I believe that's 7 again. I don't have a 7. Or is it Hunter? I guess it is Hunter. It just looks like a 7. You can't see the bottom of the two. No gain. Good pursuit from Wilmington defensively, including Anders Almberg. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Lisle from their own 15-yard line. Again, one receiver to the near side. McGrath out of the gun with one running back to his right. Basically, again, double wing for Lisle. Hunter takes it off the left side. He's going to get a couple of yards, and that's it. Bring up 3rd down and 7 for Lisle from their own 17-yard line. And if you're Wilmington, this is a big defensive stand for the Cats. You really need to do something here.
They really need to dig in.
Out of the shotgun again, McGrath takes the snap, rolls right side, looking downfield, fires, has a receiver. It's caught. And a 1st down and much more than that, too. Out to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 19 yards on the pass to Demetrius Kelly. Brock Bolzer makes the tackle, but Lisle moving the football here.
Recognize that play? That's what they scored a touchdown on. Rolls to the right.
It was wide open again.
Yeah. Now, the Wilmington defensive guy is not keeping up.
Well, one receiver to the far side. McGrath out of the gun again. 6:30 to go in this 3rd quarter. Lisle already leading 12-7. Snap back to McGrath. Handoff comes right side. Good pursuit by Wilmington defensively. Hunter on the carry.
I think it's Van Dyne, was it?
Van Dyne out there. Anders Almberg there too. And a loss of 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 13 for Lisle. The ball back to the Lions' 37-yard line.
Good pursuit that time by Van Dyne. And the defensive end on his side stood up to play nicely and forced the Hunter to hold up his pursuit and got him from behind.
One receiver to the far side. McGrath out of the gun. 5:50 to go in the 3rd. On 2nd and 13, pass fired over the middle, incomplete. Good coverage on that play by Brock Bolzer. Broke it up as it came to Demetrius Kelly. It'll bring up 3rd down and 13 for Lisle.
Once again, McGrath can really rifle that ball through there. You've got to be there. He allows you no extra time to make it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go Wildcats!
So 3rd down and 13 upcoming for Lisle with 5:44 to go in this 3rd quarter. One receiver to the far side. On the gun is McGrath again. Will take the snap, drops back, looks right side, fires, incomplete, but that pass was right there for Cameron Stitt. Lombardi was out there, but was a good 4 or 5 yards behind him. He catches that. It's a pretty good chance he's getting a 1st down, but McGrath airmailed it.
Yeah, he let the ball hum up in the air off of him and didn't keep it low. Consequently, he overthrew his guy by about 2 feet.
Well, Brock Bolzer back deep for the Cats at his own 38-yard line. As Cameron Stitt to punt, and he has done a great job of that tonight. And another beautiful kick. High kick, fair catch called for, and Bolzer almost dropped that one back at the 32, but he did manage to reel it in. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from there.
Wildcat 32-yard line. They will take over. Ladies and gentlemen, Once again, the winning ticket for Split the Pot.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 32. You got the feeling if they can ever get something kickstarted on offense, they'd be good to go, but there's nothing there so far. Lombardi with the pitch off the right side across the 35 into the open territory to midfield, and he is finally ripped to the ground at the 43-yard line of Lisle on a desperation tackle by Demetrius Kelly. A gain of 25 yards, actually 24 yards for Matteo Lombardi off the right side. And I didn't know if
that hole flying.
I didn't know if Demetrius Kelly was going to make that tackle or not. He managed barely.
He just got a hold of him as he was going to scoot by him. He got a hold of his top of his jersey and flipped him over.
1st and 10, Wilmington from the 44 of Lisle. Pitch comes near side. This is Connor Dempsey. So he'll pick up a couple of yards, bring up 2nd down and 8.
Connor's not getting a good run at the line of scrimmage. They're defensive front four is pushing the line of scrimmage right back into where Connor's trying to make his cuts.
I will say something tonight. For all the talk we do about officials from time to time, this crew tonight has been outstanding.
Pretty good, yeah. We get our vote.
2nd and 8, pitch back to Lombardi, trying to get the corner inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. He'll pick up 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington from the 39 of Lisle. And trust us, we've seen our share of interesting officiating this year.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a couple really winning dingers.
This group's done a nice job of spawning the ball and done a pretty good job of calling things tonight, too.
Yeah, you watch as much football as we do, you really appreciate a team like this.
Yep. All right, 2 receivers to the near side. Shotgun formation with Keaton Hopwood. 3rd down and 5 from the Lisle 39. Hopwood drops back to pass. Fires down the field. Caught by Connor Dempsey. Touchdown, Wilmington. 39-yard touchdown pass. Keaton Hopwood to Connor Dempsey, and I will give Keaton a ton of credit. He got absolutely hammered as he got rid of that football and got it to Connor Dempsey, who cruised into the end zone. Unbelievable pass from Keaton Hopwood with somebody absolutely smacking him in the face. I mean, right in his chest.
Boy, he threw it as he was getting hit and kept it right on target.
Well, Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point. 13-12, the lead now for Wilmington. The kick is blocked. And that will remain 13-12, Wilmington over Lisle. Maybe that will kickstart the Wildcats. 3:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
13-12 is the lead now for Wilmington. 3:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Cats will kick off right to left here after a very nice pass play from Keaton Hopwood to Connor Dempsey for 39 yards and a touchdown. Kick here, taken upfield at the 25, across the 30 and out to the 35-yard line. As the up back for Lisle on the return. That's Nick Martich. So the Lions will have it 1st and 10 from their own 38. And now let's see what Lisle can do for an answer. They've gotten a couple of gifts here tonight from Wilmington and a couple of turnovers deep into Wildcat territory, but Lisle has been unable to move the football all the way down the field tonight yet.
I'm persuaded they got to do something they haven't done yet, Wilmington, as they're going to put pressure on the quarterback, McGrath. They can't let him sit back there. That guy can put the ball down the field.
McGrath out of the shotgun, rolls left side, looking downfield, another double move, and this pass incomplete.
Right over his fingertips.
Boy, that was a pretty nice move again in the outside by Demetrius Kelly trying to get around. I believe it was Bolzer out there on coverage. And I'll give McGrath credit, too. He was running around for his life and waited for that move to happen and then just missed on the pass.
I'm telling you, that guy can really rifle the ball down the field.
The problem is his accuracy isn't quite there yet.
He's just about a foot over extended on it.
Well,
we're talking about 40 yards in the air.
One receiver to the outside. McGrath out of the shotgun again. Will take the snap. They're going to try it again. Fires a pass. That's incomplete. And Demetrius Kelly was wide open at midfield. I mean, Bolzer was a good 5 yards behind him. That should have been an easy first down. But McGrath throws it too far to the outside.
If they give that ball back to Wilmington for another drive, ooh, doggies.
But I think this is the right game plan. I mean, the receivers are open.
Yeah, they're open.
So
Wilmington has got to.
If you can ever complete a pass, it's going to be a problem.
They've got to get to the quarterback.
3rd down and 10, again out of the shotgun. Dropping back is McGrath. Fires near side. That is caught, and a huge hit by Matteo Lombardi. Cameron Stitt caught the ball, and Lombardi just sent him straight to the ground. And it also keeps Lisle from getting a first down. 4th down and a yard from the Lisle 47-yard line. Boy, that was a great hit by Lombardi. And it looks, I don't know. It looks like they're going to punt this. That's the team they sent on. I'm kind of surprised by that personally.
I wouldn't accept it. I didn't come in like they weren't.
Snap is a little bit low, and the kick goes sideways and will go out of bounds at the 34 of Wilmington. Well, only a gain of about 15 yards or so on the punt play. And Wilmington will take over 1st and 10 with 2:34 to go in the 3rd. By the way, Plano kind of hanging tough with Coal City tonight. The Kohlers lead at 14-3. Herscher now expanding that lead on Sandwich to 34-14. But interestingly enough, Coal City and Plano is still kind of tight. Piatone up big, as is Mantino. No surprise on any of that. And the games tonight were pretty well in hand, other than this one here. It's really the only one that was considered to be a close matchup tonight. Back to the double wing here. As Hopwood under center, pitches it back to Dempsey. And he'll get a couple of yards. That's it on 1st down. Again, Lisle defensively doing a nice job of just kind of plugging up holes.
Yeah, and Wilmington keeps running right at those holes, right at those plug-ins.
But you see what happens when you commit so much to the run. You saw what happened on that long touchdown pass from Hopwood to Dempsey, is that everybody sells out to the run so much that every now and then you forget to guard the pass. Everybody within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Pitch back to Lombardi trying to get to the outside. He's chopped down. He might have actually lost a yard.
Yeah, he did.
And they'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Wilmington from their own 35-yard line.
I'm still telling you, I'd love to see him take the handoff, him go the other way. That's what you miss when you have Dempsey in there. He can take that the opposite direction, and he just catches them flat-footed. And I think that Hopwood could do the same thing. Not as effectively, but he can do it.
So 2 receivers out to the near side. Hopwood out of the shotgun with one back to his left. That is Jones. Hopwood drops back to pass. They do their own double move. Pass down the sideline, and that is nowhere near Matteo Lombardi, but there is a flag down at the 40. That just didn't look right coming out of Keaton's hands. Well, let's see this. Well, they're talking over this penalty here. An eligible receiver downfield for the Cats. And if you're Lisle, and go ahead and decline that penalty. And that should bring up 4th down. So they decline the penalty. It'll bring up 4th down and basically 8. Now Wilmington's going to be forced to punt.
Oh, boy.
No,
Not a good possession that time.
Not particularly.
That whole pass play that time was, something was wrong from the very beginning.
So now Wilmington will get set to punt it away. Grant Imhoff to do those duties. Caleb Carter and Logan Matoyer back deep for Lisle. And this taken on the run by Matoyer, a huge hole up the middle, and Matoyer might go for 6 to the 20, all the way down to near the 10-yard line. Well, that thing looked like it was going to do exactly that when he caught the ball. There was nobody in the middle of the field from Wilmington. Matoyer just ran right up the middle of the field and then took off for 60 yards.
Nobody laid a hand on him. If Wilmington hadn't had the speed to catch him, he'd have gone all the way. They just absolutely took most of the time. They finally ran him down.
Well, 1st and goal for Lisle from the Wilmington 10.
Once again, a very short field. They don't move the ball much, but they get all these breaks like this. That's going to kill you.
So 1st and goal for the Lions from the 10. McGrath rolls left, fires into the end zone. Almost intercepted, and they're going to call pass interference on that. I don't know how, because Brock Bolzer was going for the football behind the receiver. But I think that's what it's going to be. So that'll move the ball to the, I think, to the 5, because it was on the 10. This should be half the distance here. And
have you ever seen a game when Wilmington's done so much against itself?
It's been a lot. I mean,
I've never seen this before, I don't think. Granted, it's a questionable call, but it's still a call.
Well, Lisle now, toward the end of the 3rd quarter, a chance to take the lead. One receiver to the far side, McGrath out of the gun. 1st and goal from the 5 now. Takes the snap, hands it off right side, and this is going to go out of bounds at the 2. There is a flag down there, though. So a flag down at the 2-yard line, which is about where the football is. Waiting to see on what this call is. It's a face mask on Wilmington. So now the ball will go to the 1-yard line.
Take it down to the 1-yard line. First and goal for Lisle.
Somebody said it was going to be a makeup call. It wasn't a makeup call.
Nope, it was in addition to. One receiver to the far side. Again, shotgun from McGrath, and this is basically 4 downs in the 1-yard line to get the ball in the end zone. And there is the touchdown for Jared Hunter, and Lisle back on top. Now 18-13 with 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you'd never believe this. You look at their overall gain of yards. They've scored three touchdowns, and they haven't moved the ball much over 100 yards.
Well, when you consider Wilmington's turned the ball over twice inside the 25-yard line, and then they gave up a 55-yard or so punt return that set them up.
Yep.
They haven't had to go more than 125 yards.
They haven't gone more than 10 to 20 yards for any touchdown tonight.
So 2-point conversion here for Lisle, which would make it a 7-point game, which would be relatively important at this point. And McGrath rolls right side, looking, still looking, fires incomplete. Good coverage in the back of the end zone by Matteo Lombardi.
Yeah.
And there is a flag down and a hold, but Wilmington will decline that. And we'll get to the kickoff here. 18-13 is the lead for Lisle. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So the kick here taken down at the 15-yard line for Wilmington. This out across the 35. And there was a fumble on the play, but after the play is blown dead. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the 37. And Wilmington's offense hasn't done much other than that one big touchdown pass from Hopwood to Dempsey. And Lisle has taken advantage of some big, costly Wilmington mistakes tonight.
Yeah, it's not so much what they have done, it's what Wilmington has not done.
And Lisle has gotten all 3 of their touchdowns directly off of Wilmington mistakes. 2 turnovers inside the 25-yard line of Wilmington led directly to Lisle points, and then a punt return of 50-plus yards led to the next one. 1st and 10 for Wilmington. Little misdirection underneath. This is Connor Dempsey for a couple of yards, but that's it. Bring up 2nd down and 8, and it almost seems like a broken record in the second half. That is Dempsey for 2, Dempsey for 2, Dempsey for 2, and they keep working that, which is the right thing to do in hopes that something's going to open up here at some point. But now Wilmington's going to go to the 4th quarter trailing at home to the Lisle Lions. 18-13 Lisle at the end of 3. We'll take a break, come back with more Wilmington football here in the 4th quarter here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Well, Lisle leads it 18-13 here as we start quarter number 4. Wilmington will have it second down and 8 from their own 39-yard line. Really, to be fair, Wilmington doesn't have a whole lot of offensive yards either.
No, they don't.
So Lombardi and Dempsey, the wing back. Josh Jones at fullback. Hopwood under center, and Lisle jumps off sides. So it goes from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 3. Wilmington has gone to that quite a few times here this year, that little stop motion, and it's gotten teams a few times. Now, it didn't do that against Piatone. When they matched them up, Piatone was ready for that, but it's gotten just about everybody else.
It happened, who was that, 2 or 3 times in a row? Forgot who that was.
Second down at 3. Might have been Mantino. Pitch back to Lombardi, and that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Boy,
and it goes from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and maybe 2.
3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
Well, Wilmington's got to come up with something offensively here tonight. They had that one big play. Hopwood to Dempsey. Well, other than that, it's been slow going. 3rd down and 2 for Wilmington from their own 45-yard line. In motion is Dempsey. Now comes back. He'll get the pitch left side. Connor will not get the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. So it'll bring up 4th down and a yard. And if you're Wilmington and you can't pick up a yard, that's a problem. We do have an official's timeout, although, I mean, I'm not dead on this thing here, but I don't think it's a first down. It certainly doesn't look like it. I think it's got to be on the other side of the yard line, does it not?
Yeah, I think it's about 6 inches short.
Well, this gives Wilmington some time to talk over a couple things here and see what they might want to do. At this point, Wilmington has really struggled for the most part offensively. It is going to be short. So it's short by a few inches.
About 3 inches or so.
And it will bring up 4th down and less than a yard.
Well, the way it's been going, you better get that. Yeah, better get that 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches.
Well, Wilmington is electing to punt it on 4th down and about 3 inches.
Oh my! Oh my! Well, here we go.
Boy, that's a.
And our kicking game has been suspect all night.
Well, I don't know. 4th down and less than a yard, and Wilmington looks like they're going to run it with Golson.
Yeah, good play.
And he did get the first down initially.
Yeah,
Wilmington ran on the punt team, but John Golson ends up picking up the first down. And Wilmington will send their offense back out. Well, that's a little bit of a risk, but it did work. My coach on the far side's yelling for a measurement. The ball is clearly a half yard past the first down marker.
Yeah, it's exactly 1 yard ahead of what it was, and it was only 3 inches short in the first place.
I mean, they're yelling. I think the coach is out there yelling about the spot. The problem was he's been on the kind end of that a couple of times tonight.
No, that's a good spot. That was
we're right here. It was a good spot.
We're right here.
There's been a couple tonight that have been a little iffy, but that one wasn't too bad.
If they
might have given him maybe a quarter yard extra or something there, but it's not much.
I don't think so, because when I was watching, we're right on the 50-yard line, and you can see right straight. He's on a 48-yard line.
I mean, he made it by a yard. It's not even close. I don't even really know why you'd measure it. There's absolutely no need to measure the football.
No,
I mean, it's not even.
That was a waste of time.
I mean, that's where you just tell the coach, listen, it's a full yard past the marker. We're just saying it's a first down. So first down and 10 for Wilmington from the 48 of the Wildcats. So first and 10 as Hopwood under center. Handoff comes near side. That's not going to go anywhere. As Lombardi thrown to the ground around the line of scrimmage by Aaron Kale.
Well, we're going to stay with that or else, aren't we?
Well, apparently. I mean, and for Wilmington at this point, it's pretty much all or nothing. I mean, you're down under 10 minutes to go in the fourth, and now Keaton Hopwood's going to come off the field. So Wilmington's going to go with Connor Dempsey at quarterback, and there's not much time left to do this experiment, but we'll see what happens. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. So Dempsey will stay in under center. Josh Jones will go to a wing back, and Van Dyne at fullback. Pitch comes near side. Big hole. Lombardi almost broke it free. Down to the 37 of Lisle. And a gain of 11 yards. And there is an injured Lion at the 43-yard line. That is Kevin Paz, a 5'11", 249-pound junior. Kevin laying at the 43-yard line. And now both teams will head toward their sidelines as hopefully nothing serious here for Kevin as he's played on that defensive line all night, but he went straight to the ground and has not been back up since. Now they have him sitting up.
I was trying to figure out if he's got the breath out of him or if he's got a limb that's twisted or he's set up, but that was it. There he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for number 63 from Lisle, Kevin Paz.
He's a big guy, isn't he? They've got some big guys up front. They're hard to run on.
Well, the coach from Lisle is still out there giving it to the referee out about the 40-yard line over something that really isn't even all that arguable. I mean, you can be mad about it, I guess, but
no,
there's nothing really there to
be
all that upset over.
Right on the outside marker here. You could tell where the runner was, and they were right on.
So it'll be first and 10 for Wilmington from the 38 of Lisle as the Cats go to Connor Dempsey in there under center. Back to double wing here. Dempsey's going to keep it himself, trying to get around the outside. Fakes the pass, keeps it himself. Inside the 25 to the 20. Dempsey to the 10. Runs over a defender down near the 5-yard line. And Wilmington will have it first and goal from the 5. Wow, what a play from Connor Dempsey. Faked the pass and then just took off up the sideline.
35-yard. .33-yard run, right?
Yes, 33 yards for Connor Dempsey. The clock will roll, and the Cats trying to score a go-ahead touchdown with 9 minutes to go in the game. Back to the double wing again. Van Dyne in there at fullback. And the handoff will go to Josh Jones off the left side as he'll get down inside the 2 to near the 1. And he is alone to bring down out of that wingback position. Josh at 6 feet, 220 pounds, and lined up at a wingback spot. The fullback right now is William Van Dyne. He's 5'9", 195. I mean, that's a couple of big running backs. So second down and goal from outside the 1-yard line. Back to Jones again. Josh into the end zone for the touchdown. Josh Jones pounds it in off the left side. And Wilmington will be back on top 19-18 pending the 2-point conversion. There's no point to kick the extra point. They might as well go for 2 because it will be then a 3-point game if Wilmington can manage to get that. Morris now up on DeKalb 16-3. That's really the only close one of the night. Coal City 21-3 over Plano, and all the rest of the I-8 scores are blowouts.
I thought Plano might give Colsey a little closer game than that, but it doesn't surprise me Colsey's winning it.
A 2-point conversion here for Wilmington from the 3-yard line of Lisle. Again, Dempsey under center. And that's going to be a false start on Connor Dempsey. Dempsey moved out from under center, and unless Dempsey moved after the defense moved, but it certainly looked like that was a false start, and it will be.
False start on Wilmington.
No, add that to the list tonight.
And Coach Rain's not too happy about that, but I think it's because Connor Dempsey moved, and now Coach has gotten his explanation and comes back over here to the sideline. He was just asking who it was on, I think.
Yeah,
but
Connor did move.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was the problem, is that you had a back in motion, and then he also started moving too. And
well, that makes a big difference in getting 8 yards instead of 3.
Well, now you got to go from the 2-point conversion from the 7-yard line. 8-yard line, excuse me. Back to Dempsey, rolls right side. Huge hole up the middle, and Dempsey's going to go in for 2.
Wow.
And I mean, there was nobody out there. And Connor Dempsey cruises into the end zone, and it's now 21-18. The lead for Wilmington over Lisle. 8:32 to go in the game. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
8:32 to go in the game. Wilmington makes a change of quarterback, goes with Connor Dempsey, and the Cats go right down the field and lead it 21-18 after a 2-point conversion that was moved from the 3 to the 8, and Connor Dempsey just walked into the end zone. So the approach here, Shaw with what looks to be a squib kick, almost an onside kick. It's loose, and it depends on who comes up with the football. It was definitely loose in the middle of the field, and let's see who's got it. And Lisle does get it back. That was really close. As coming up with it was Logan Matoyer. That almost caught some people napping. First and 10, Lisle from their own 36-yard line. As Jay McGrath will bring them back up to the line. The Lions with a ton of time here.
Especially the way he can put the ball down the field, speaking of McGrath. Got to get some pressure on him if we can.
Shotgun with one receiver to the far side. McGrath will take the snap, rolls right side, fires downfield, incomplete. Boy, that is really nice coverage out there by Matteo Lombardi. Who
should have been a penalty over here, shouldn't there?
Knocks it away from the intended receiver. It would have been right at the first down marker, and that's Logan Matoyer out there who had it knocked out of his hands. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Well, it certainly looked like there could have been
this guy in the end out here took off ahead of time.
So 2nd and 10 for Lisle from their own 36. Again, one receiver to the outside. That's Matoyer. Basically the double wing look for Lisle with McGrath out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back.
Nobody's going.
Fires deep down the left sideline. It is incomplete. Good coverage by Brock Bolzer. That was actually a pretty nice attempt by Cameron Stitt to come up with it, but Bolzer was right where he needed to be. That pass down at the 30-yard line of Wilmington, and Stitt could not hang on to it.
Tell you what, they need to get to that quarterback. He is putting the ball a long ways down the field, right on target.
So that brings up 3rd down and 10 for Lisle. The ball at the Lions' 36-yard line. One thing about it, McGrath can put the ball up there a long ways in the air. Wilmington's defenders have done a halfway decent job tonight, but there have been plenty of opportunities for the Lions. There's no doubt about that. And that's got to be 12 men in the huddle. That's got to be 12 people in the huddle, and now Lisle will take a timeout because that was the penalty that was coming if they didn't use a timeout. So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 8:15 to go in the game. When we come back after this, you're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
All right, 8:15 to go in the game. 21-18 is the lead for Wilmington here over Lisle. I'm going to tell you something. The Lisle Lions have basically put everything on the table against Wilmington here tonight, and they've done a nice job, and they've had opportunities that they haven't capitalized on, and that's with wide open receivers.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Coach will send somebody extra in and get a little pressure on that quarterback.
3rd down and 10 for Lisle from the 36. Dropping back is McGrath, fires near side. It's caught, and it will be a 1st down. Out to the 47-yard line or so. Caught by Cameron Stitt. Brock Bolzer on the coverage. And it is an 11-yard pickup and a Lisle 1st down. And that's what I'm saying. If he can hit any of these open receivers, they can move the football. The problem is McGrath's been a little erratic.
They did send one extra guy that time, but except the middle, he was caught up with the other blockers and never made any impact. And once again, he had all day to throw the ball.
All right, shotgun formation here for the Lions and McGrath. One receiver to the far side, 8:09 to go in the game. McGrath drops back, looking downfield, and he's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. That time hung on to the football a little bit too long. Anders Almberg ends up with the sack, and back at the 40-yard line is Andrew Gramlich back there as well. It'll bring up 2nd down and 17, and that time they tried to wait for the double move by Matoyer, and it took too long.
That's just enough pressure on him that they couldn't do that. That's what they need.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 17 for Lisle. Ball at the Lions' 40. One receiver back to the near side. Again, McGrath out of the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, has time, fires it deep down the far sideline. It is caught down to the Wilmington 21-yard line or so. A gain of 39 yards on that pass play. And it'll be 1st and 10 Lisle from the Wilmington 21. Boy, it's a beautiful pass from McGrath.
You see who caught it?
I think it was Cameron Stitt.
That was 39 yards?
39 yards.
Wow.
And now Lisle knocking on the door at the Wilmington 21-yard line. Shotgun formation again. One receiver to the near side. Handoff goes left side, and about 3 yards or so there for Jared Hunter. Bring up 2nd and 7 for Lisle.
Making a little run now to keep that pressure off the quarterback from the guys coming through.
Well, and also if you're Lisle, you don't want any time up there.
Yeah, because they know it takes Wilmington usually a while to score.
Well, the Lions have given Wilmington everything that they can handle tonight and maybe more. McGrath out of the shotgun. One receiver to the near side. He'll take the snap, hands it off near side. Stitt trying to get the corner as he gets stacked up at the 15-yard line. Got maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Lisle.
And about a 3rd and 5 here for Lisle.
So 3rd down and 5 from the Wilmington, basically 16-yard line now. And the one pass play they keep coming back to is either 6 or 11 and just going out toward the sideline.
Yep, down and to the right. Roll out to the right, gives the quarterback extra time. It's worked tonight twice now.
2 receivers to the near side, one to the far.
Nope.
McGrath out of the gun, fires left side, caught, and this is going to go for 6. It is. Touchdown, Cameron Stitt on a nice move back up the middle. And it's now 24-21, Lisle with the lead back, and 5:24 to go in the game. Well, the Lions just keep coming and keep coming. You know, we said before tonight started that just for whatever reason, Lisle consistently has been one of Wilmington's biggest problems. And timeout to the Lions. Well, that's
actually, if
wow, and they might need that timeout.
If they've got a kicker, this would be an excellent time to use him, because one more point and they'd have to have a touchdown to tie it, or to take the lead.
Well, 24-21, the lead for Lisle with 5:24 to go in the game. We'll wait after this timeout to see what Lisle elects to do. It's been an interesting football game tonight. It's been entertaining.
Been a frustrating football game.
It has been that too. Wilmington's second half hasn't been as bad. I mean, the offense sputtered a little bit, but the first half there were so many mistakes.
Yeah. No, they played a good second half, except they haven't covered the pass plays well yet.
The thing of it is Lisle.
But
You'd think
boy.
Wilmington scores and Lisle comes right back and scores. Wilmington scores, Lisle comes right back and scores again. I mean, they just keep coming. Well, they're going to attempt the extra point here.
Yeah, I'm going to say you don't need to try to run it in. That hasn't worked twice or 3 times tonight.
So Jay McGrath try to kick the extra point, and it is good, just inside the left upright.
Oh, I tell you what, that had to be just inside. That thing was way off to the side over here.
Now 25-21, the lead for Lisle. 5:24 to go in the game. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials too online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
Sure to stick around for our postgame show tonight, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, across the street from McDonald's there in Braidwood. We'll have your final scoring totals. We'll also talk to Coach Jeff Rinks, and we'll have your last check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Return from the 20-yard line for Wilmington out to the 32-yard line, and Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10. And Wilmington's been in these situations a couple of times this year. They came up 1 point short against Mantino here at home. They managed to put together a bunch of crazy drives over at Piatone in the second half of that game to get a win. And now tonight, trailing Lisle at home with 5:17 to go. And
they need one more time-consuming drive here and pull this thing out to the very end.
When was the last time Wilmington lost a conference game? I mean, an actual conference game.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a real long time. Years.
They're going to have to do something.
Now Wilmington's going to have to take a timeout because they don't have the right personnel on the field. So now down to 2 timeouts left.
Ooh, that could be costly right there.
Well, the Cats have to burn a timeout for essentially no reason.
Yeah, somebody didn't get word to one of the guys that was coming in for him, and he grabbed his helmet at the last second, but it wasn't enough time to get the playoff.
The only close game in the I-8 tonight is this one. That's pretty much it. Everything else is a blowout tonight. The only other real close game in the area, anyway, is Morris holding a 16-10 lead over DeKalb. That one's relatively close. Outside of that, there's not really anything else that's even close other than Joliet West beating Plainfield Central 21-17, if you want to count that as a local game.
Lieutenant McGrath, he is a valuable weapon on a team. Man, that guy can whistle a ball. His brother was the same way.
So shotgun here for Connor Dempsey. Takes the snap, rolls right side, a lot of room across the 40, 45, midfield, 45, makes a move to the 40, off the sideline, 35, 30, Dempsey's gonna go, 10, 5, touchdown Wilmington!
All right.
68-yard touchdown run for Connor Dempsey, and a ridiculous move in the middle of all of that. That was an insane move on the sideline. Cut back to the middle, spun back to the outside, made one move, and boom, up the sideline and into the end zone.
Ran into one of the guys defending or blocking for him, and then he turned on the speed. Man, that was just blows your mind.
That was one of the best runs that I have seen here, I do believe. It looked like 2 or 3 times there was nowhere to go, and Dempsey just turned it on and ran into the end zone. Good snap, good hold. The kick by Trey Shaw, that's good. And Wilmington is back on top, 28-25 with 4:56 to go in the game. Don't go anywhere. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, we still got almost 5 minutes left.
We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
28-25 is the lead now for Wilmington. Sorry, I missed the 1 point on the board here for Lisle. 28-25 is the lead for Wilmington here in the fourth quarter. Another squib kick up the middle. Takes a big bounce down to the 30 and down right there at the 32-yard line. That's where Lisle will have it 1st and 10. You know, that had the booth a-buzzing. That
sure
touchdown
did.
run by Connor Dempsey.
That was amazing.
There was a couple of moves in there that's just ridiculous.
That's one that he ought to get the tape on and have it keep that run for years to come. That's one of the best runs we've ever seen.
That was amazing. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Lisle still with tons of time, still 5 minutes to go. Out of the shotgun is McGrath, fires over the middle, caught by Stitt. He's thrown to the ground after a gain of about 7 yards or so. There are 2 flags down, but I believe both for the same penalty. They were both thrown on Lisle's side of the ball right after the snap, so it will be a legal procedure on Lisle. So go from 1st and 10. Well, I mean, it can't be a 7-yard penalty, can it?
What happened?
Well, it can't be a 7-yard penalty, can it? Isn't it supposed to be that looks like it's. In any case, it's 1st and looks like 17 to me. I don't really know how. Well, there they go. They finally moved it up a little bit anyway. And 2 receivers to the far side. McGrath out of the gun, and he's going to be sacked by Anders Almberg again. Almberg with another sack. And Anders is racking some things up after coming back from injury. Only his 2nd week back, and Anders has already made a difference. It is 2nd down and, holy cow, 30 or so? That was a big play by Anders Almberg. That's the thing you have to do with McGrath and Lisle. They take so long to get passes off that if you can get some pressure. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. McGrath out of the gun, chops back. There's a pump, double move down the middle, incomplete. Boy, that was throwing some stuff into a little bit of trouble out there.
That was a good play by Connor Dempsey that time. He got up there and knocked that thing out of there.
Stitt and Demetrius Kelly were in the same area, and I don't think that was by design. I think that somebody ended up with the wrong route, because I can't imagine they would call for 2 receivers right in the same area with a bunch of defenders converging, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 24 officially with 3:38 to go in the game. 1 receiver to the near side. McGrath out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass again. Steps up in the pocket, fires deep down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. As coming back for the football was Cameron Stitt. It was a little bit underthrown, and still he ended up open because I think Bolzer ended up on the ground. It's been a little slick out there tonight.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen the feet slip out from underneath for players there several times tonight.
Well, it's 4th down and 24. If you're Lisle, you basically have to punt this. I mean, you don't really have a choice.
There's still 3:32. A lot can go on 3:32. You got to. I tell you what, I'd make sure they punted that ball. I know that.
And there's a punt that runs up the middle of the field. And it is down at the 30-yard line.
He went to kick it, and I guess almost missed it, looked like, and rolled down the field.
Well, that is a huge break for Wilmington, because that ball just rolled about 15 yards, and that was it. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the Lisle 31. And if the Cats can put another score on the board, that would pretty much lock this game. And the way that this offense has been moving with Connor Dempsey under center, I would say that's a high probability.
What you want now is no mistakes. No mistakes. Just solid football here.
1st and 10, Wilmington from the 31 of Lisle. The Cats trying to go to 5-1. Back to the double wing again with Jones and Lombardi at wingbacks. This is Dempsey taking it up the middle. He carries a defender. A good 4 or 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Cats. And more importantly, the clock continues to roll as we near 3 minutes to go in the game.
Now, isn't that weird, the difference in the running game when you put Connor in quarterback and put that extra person in the backfield?
Well, yeah, because you're basically going from 3 running backs to 4.
Yeah, and you can't cover them all. I mean, it's hard to cover them all. And he does such a good job from the quarterback of going left or right.
It almost just reminds me of like the service academies where you run that kind of triple option thing. That's really what it reminds me of. Second down at 5. And again, Dempsey's going to keep it himself. And he's going to pick up another 3 yards or so, down to 2:30 to go. And for Wilmington, this is a big third down, because if you pick this up, Lisle is in a whole bunch of trouble.
Yeah, because you don't want to put McGrath with that ball back in his hands again.
And if you remember, Lisle burned a timeout on that extra point back a while ago, or they would have 2 left. And they're down to just 1 remaining. Clock under 2 minutes and counting. Third down
3 seconds,
and 2.
2 seconds, 1 second.
Dempsey going to keep it himself. Gets a huge push by Van Dyne behind him. And, well, that seems like a ridiculous spot. They're moving the ball back out to near the outside the 21-yard line.
They didn't watch the same play we did they? No.
That's interesting. Well, no matter what, Wilmington will go for it on 4th down and try to get that half yard or whatever they might be short. It's hard to tell from here. It's going to be close to a first down, but
I'm telling you what, he moves a lot of long ways up the field.
Down to 1:31 to go. The clock halted right now as they look to put the chains out here and see if they ended up with a first down. And it is just short.
Boy, that was oh my.
Well, for Wilmington, it's 4th down and, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches.
You don't want to give the ball back, so you got to get it. This is where some mustard is made right here. You're going to have to put it over there.
Well, one thing for Wilmington, you can let that clock roll because it'll be running clock, right? And then that'll get it all the way down to 1:06 by the time you need to snap it. And then no matter what, it's under a minute to go, and Lisle.
They haven't even started the clock yet. Now they're
only have 1 timeout left. And there is the timeout for Lisle. So they're going to use it here, which is the right move, by the way, because if they get the stop, they'll have a minute 25 or so left. So last time out of the night for Lisle, they trailed 28-25. Wilmington will have it 4th down and about a half a yard with 1:29 remaining. We're back with more in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk, Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk, Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk, Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk, Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
All right, 4th down and less than half a yard from the Lisle 21-yard line. Dempsey under center, going to keep it himself. First down, Wilmington, down to the 18, and that is going to do it. A gain of about 4 yards. And a Wilmington first down, and the Cats, all they have to do now is take a knee, and this game is over, but not without a gigantic effort from the Lisle Lions, who come up just short, but they gave Wilmington everything that they could handle tonight.
Every time we play Lisle, it's always a new experience. They just always pull up something extra for us.
So
now don't fumble that ball. Whatever you do, you better just take the knee.
So the clock will roll here, down to 1:20 to go. All Wilmington's got to do is really just take a couple of knees, and this game will be over. As Connor Dempsey looking at that play clock in the end zone, now goes under center with 3 seconds, and will take a knee, and they will have to do that at least one more time here, as Wilmington will move to 5-1 with a nice effort here tonight, 28-25 over Lisle. The Lions came down here with not huge numbers on the sideline. I mean, they only dressed about 22 or so tonight. But my goodness, did they put forth an effort.
I'll tell you that McGrath, he's going to be like his brother. He's going to go out and play in college somewhere.
So Dempsey will take one more snap, and that will do it, as Wilmington will win it 28-25 tonight over Lisle, as the Cats got another spark from Connor Dempsey coming in there at quarterback late in the game, and Wilmington wins it by 3. Welcome into our postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's Collision, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's in Braidwood. 28-25 the win tonight for Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with your final totals. We'll talk to Coach Raines, and one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. All that and more after this timeout on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
28-25 is the final tonight as Wilmington gets the win over Lisle. That improves the Wildcats to 5-1. It will also cement another I-8 Small Division Conference Championship as the Cats get the win tonight over the Lisle Lions. Welcome into the postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's there in Braidwood. Well, no one said it would be easy. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of this whole thing tonight, we said that it might be difficult. The Lisle Lions have always proven to be some of Wilmington's toughest competition, and tonight was no different, as the Wildcats gave free gifts to the Lisle Lions at least 3 times in the first half. We had 2 turnovers inside the 25. And you also had another punt return, 55 yards. They got the ball down to the 10-yard line. I mean, there was a lot of stuff tonight that didn't go right for Wilmington. But the big thing for the Cats tonight was the fact that they actually kept fighting through all that. They ended up going to Connor Dempsey there toward the end of the game, and they went Keaton Hopwood all the way up through, well, I guess it was the end of the third quarter. Dempsey came in with about 10 minutes to go in the game. But the thing is, Dempsey always gives them that little bit of a spark, and it always seems like they always have the opportunity to kind of go to him and kind of get things rolling when they need it. So it's kind of interesting tonight just to see how that went together.
There's something about placing that ball in his hands as quarterback. He turns around, he can go left, he can go right, he can get to the fullback coming through, or he can turn around either way and go himself. And it just puts enough pressure on the defense that they don't know what to do.
So tonight here, your final totals. Let's get to that first, and then we got to have another check with Odekirk Allred Associates IHSA football scoreboard. So final totals here tonight. First of all, let's go with the Lisle Lions rushing the football. Jay McGrath, 3 carries for -21 yards tonight. Of course, we do include sacks in that whole total. Jared Hunter, 13 carries for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Logan Matoyer, 3 carries for 6 yards. Cameron Stitt, 1 carry for 2 yards. Lisle, 20 carries, 46 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight. The Lions through the air were 9 of 21 off the arm of Jay McGrath for 114 yards. Cameron Stitt, 5 receptions for 80 yards and a touchdown. Demetrius Kelly, 2 receptions for 30 yards. He also had a touchdown tonight. And Nick Martich, 1 reception, for 4 yards. 114 yards in the air, 46 on the ground. 160 yards of offense tonight for Lisle, which isn't a lot, but it was enough to come around.
They have enough contributions from Wilmington that's all they had to have.
All right, on the ground tonight for Wilmington, Keaton Hopwood, 2 rushes for -20 yards. Connor Dempsey, 29 carries, 95 yards?
Yes.
And a couple of touchdowns. Josh Jones ran the ball 3 times for 5 yards. He also had a touchdown tonight. Matteo Lombardi, 17 carries for 58 yards. John Golson also had 1 carry for a yard to get that first down when they brought the punt team on. And Wilmington with 52 rushing attempts, 214 yards, and 3 touchdowns tonight. Through the air, Keaton Hopwood was 3 of 7 for 56 yards and a touchdown. He also had an interception in that first half. Connor Dempsey, 1 reception for 39 yards and a touchdown. Matteo Lombardi, 2 receptions for 17 yards tonight. 51 yards through the air, 214 on the ground. Or 56 yards through the air, 214 on the ground. 270 yards of offense tonight for Wilmington. 270 to 160, the advantage for the Wildcats in yardage. But they turned the ball over and had a couple of mistakes, and they gave Lisle a short field, and that was really the problem.
That was the problem all night long. We started out with that score first off, and it looked like everything was going to be normal. And then we had those 2 turnovers deep in our own territory in the red zone. And you got 2 touchdowns on that. Ended up taking the lead in halftime.
All right, one more check here of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates with offices in Joliet and Wilmington. Final I-8 scores here tonight. Piatone 41-0 over Westmont. It's Mantino 42-0 over Streator. Coal City defeated Plano 28-3 tonight. Herscher defeated Sandwich 46-28. No surprises there in the I-8 football scores. Morris holds on over DeKalb 19-10, the final there tonight. Some other scores from around the area might be interested in. Nazareth defeats Joliet Catholic 28-6. Bolingbrook 42-21 over Lockport tonight. Minooka downs Romeoville 38-12. Providence 56-14 over Chicago Hope. Plainfield North defeats Joliet Central 42-0 tonight. Joliet West 21-17 over Plainfield Central. There's a few scores there. Immaculate Conception, another Class 3 team, 45-0 over Riverside Brookfield tonight. Trying to see if there's anything else in this list before we talk to Coach Raines. I think that's pretty much it. As we're joined here on the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. And Coach, that was an interesting one tonight. You're trying to dig yourself out of a couple of holes with some turnovers and stuff in the first half, and then Dempsey comes in to kind of kickstart things there in the fourth quarter and get a big win here tonight over Lisle. We knew it was going to be tough, and Lisle just kept coming. So
no, they did, and I'll be honest. First and foremost, to Lisle, good job. They changed up schemes with us. They did a couple different things, and they got us up front some tonight, no doubt about it. Now, we didn't play our best game by far, and we gave them short fields down here. You know, we get the fumbled punt return, and then they return a punt all the way down. We throw an interception on the screen, and so there's 3 times they got, you know, and then there's but then I'm going to flip it, too, and say, you know, I know a lot of people will look at tonight, boy, you know, they passed on us a lot, this and that. And which, you know, yeah, there was times we had some trouble with coverage, but I'm going to tell you, I got 4 or 5 times we had really good coverage, and their kids made plays. And their quarterback put the ball where he's supposed to. And then it just reminds you, well, yeah, we're both battling for the conference title. Well, this is kind of what you get. Glad number 7's on our side. He's a special kid, just like they got some special kids. And I didn't think Hopwood played terrible tonight. I think we just changed it up like we did against Piatone, and Dempsey came up with some. I mean, you don't coach that.
And
Go get him.
That last run at the end, man, that's ridiculous.
He was about ready to get caught. He made a move on the sideline here that he made 2 guys miss, and I lost him. You know, and I just told the guys upstairs. I said that's special.
Yeah,
it is. When you watch that kid do that, that's special, and he's a game kid. He loves it. You know, at the end there, 4th and inches, you know, no doubt, give me the ball. We're fine. Give me the ball. And but also, hey, my hat's another Lisle game,
every time
these guys battle us. And, you know, you look at it too, boy. You know, Coal City only has 1 loss to Herscher, who's a great team. Coal City had to throw up a Hail Mary in the end to beat these guys. You know, and then Piatone came off the loss from us, went up there and had a really good game. So I think it goes to show again that you know, how proud we are to win a conference with as tough as it is this year. I mean, that's pretty good up and down. So,
you know, the one person that I enjoyed watching tonight, not that I didn't enjoy everybody, but Anders Almberg had a huge night tonight, in a couple of sacks and made a couple of nice plays, and nice to see him kind of back in the mix here the last couple of weeks.
Hey, good athlete. Nice tall kid. And he'll get better from tonight, because even there were some times, hey, you need to do this and do that, and you could tell he was processing stuff. He processed well when I said blitz. He processed that pretty well, and he's a big kid. So for them to, you know, when they had the running back sitting in the block, you know, that's a matchup we like. And he got to the quarterback. He was huge couple sacks there for him.
One thing that was different tonight for you guys was the punt return game. It seemed like there were a couple of things there that struggled. I don't know if there was just mix-ups on a couple of things or what, but it just seemed like
us punting,
us returning.
Kicks, we got mixed up. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of it, but yeah, we had some mix-ups down there, and the one thing I did. Did you notice the punt? And that ain't no excuse for our kids, but did you notice how high he was getting the ball?
Yeah.
Well, if you aren't used to that, and now that ball's up there and up there and up there, and as a punt returner, which I'll tell anybody, it's the toughest thing on a football field to do, to have a punt up in the air. You got 11 guys coming at you, and you got to decide, first I got to catch it. Am I going to fair catch it or not? And now this kid's getting this height with the ball, and it throws you off a little. And so, it's something we got to work on, though, too. I mean, that's something coaching-wise I got to do a better job with the kids.
The one great thing about tonight, though, was the fact that you had Lisle kept coming back, but your kids did too. And the one thing we've talked about this team already this year is they faced adversity 2-3 times, and even with Mantino, it came up a point short, but that's right there at the end.
Right.
And then you have a couple other games where you just kind of keep coming and they stay composed, and you make a couple of changes, and then in the end they do enough to get a win. And it's impressive to watch a younger or a more inexperienced group of kids kind of get that confidence to really finish games off.
Well, I tell you, we lose to Mantino. We come back, we play ball against Westmont. Okay, can we beat Piatone? And then you felt it. Your kids are together. They believe. And then we go and we play last week with Seneca. And now we come into this week, and for whatever reason tonight at the beginning, we didn't have the factor. And so we'll talk about that. But, again, I don't know if you can with high school kids every weekend have the you would think it would be for the, with Lisle tonight, but we'll talk about it tomorrow and stuff. And I know the kids got a lot on their minds with homecoming and stuff. It's not an excuse. We just got to figure out, hey, what happened tonight, and also compliment the kids on just what you said, on the comeback, on the staying together. You heard out in the huddle afterwards. I said, what do you guys think? I said, we're a family coach and we're staying together, and that's what got us through tonight. And for kids to say that as a coach, boy, that makes you proud. Yeah.
Well, and now you go on the road. It seems like a strange thing. Go on the road, kind of, over to Braidwood to take on Reed Custer, and a team that's been struggling this year. But anytime Reed Custer, Coal City, Wilmington, you never know what you're going to get there either.
No, it's a rival, and we always break the season up into thirds, and so the first 6 or the first 2/3 of the year we were only on the road once, and so now the last third we're going to be on the road twice. Now, granted, it's just a Reed Custer and Coal City, but no, they'll give us everything that they got, and we need to learn from tonight. We need to improve from tonight, and so they're going to run an option scheme. Mark Wolf does a great job over there. His kids play really hard. You see that on film. And so let's see what we can do. But, hey, we're going to enjoy this one tonight.
All right, Coach, congratulations, and we'll talk to you before that trip over to Reed Custer.
Hey, sounds good, guys. Hey, thanks for the coverage.
All right, thank you. So Coach Jeff Franks joining us here on the postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, as Wilmington gets the win tonight, 28-25 over Lisle, in a game. Was it pretty? Not really, but that last quarter, they made enough adjustments. Connor Dempsey came in there at quarterback and kind of kick-started things a little bit. And you can tell Wilmington has the confidence, especially with him out there in late-game situations, that something's going to happen. And, they're still young. They're still learning. In a large part, you got sophomores out there, too. That's a young group. So
we said that when we started the year. You have to be patient with these guys. They are young. This is not seasoned team in a lot of places, but boy, they showed a lot of character tonight.
Yeah, yes, they did. All right, well, we'll wrap things up here from Becker Field at Rinks Stadium as the Cats go to 5-1 and close out the I-8 Small Division Conference. Here as Wilmington will go on the road next week to take on the Reed Custer Comets. That'll be next Friday night, 7 o'clock, game time here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. I mean, we had people all over the place tonight logging on, and we do appreciate that. We'll see you next Friday night at 7. You've been listening to Wilmington Wildcats football right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.